Oh shit, who gave you that advice? That's a good advice.
That's
a solid good advice.
Exactly.
I remember त्यो spoon राखेर त्यो गर्छ नि हामीले बच्चामा के marble राखेर त्यो गर्ने बेला. That's what I'm thinking about. Ayushman, how does it feel now when you reflect back on it, होइन? Constantly being in the eye of the public, के? How does it feel now? हुन्छ नि, like, because बाहिर निस्किँदाखेरि there's always somebody or the other always looking at you. There's a set of eyes at you. हुन्छ नि, होइन? Like, के गर्दा होला कसलाई यो मान्छेलाई चिन्छु मैले, चिन्छु कि क्या हो मैले, हुन्छ नि, होइन? ए ओके आयुष्मान हो नि भनेर. How does it make you feel now after like such a long span of time being in the public eye?
यो पनि very recent नै हो. A lot of scrutiny मा परिसक्यो. And at the same time appreciation पनि. You tend to forget the appreciation. Scrutiny हुने बेलामा क्या. But the thing that happened to me, त्यही मैले भने नि, it was a lot of reminders. I came up with a few quotes. I write them down. Came up with a few quotes. The reminder that I had about this was I remember म खासै त्यस्तो कोही थिएन होइन. Not that I am anybody right now also. That's the humble हुनु खोजेको होइन केही पनि होइन. I've seen where people can reach. That had been the goal. That is still the goal. And I remember, we used to live in Dhobighadको त्यो apartments.
I remember.
Sunrise apartments.
Yeah.
अनि we had a stationary cycle at home के. हुन चाहिँ ममको थियो तर मैले र भाइले चलाउँथ्यो अनि I was too young to use it, so I used to do it. अनि साइक्लिङ नगर्ने बेलामा I had already started cycling. त्यो stationary cycleमा बस्दाखेरि I wasn't introduced to law of attraction. I wasn't introduced to anything. Wasn't introduced. But I remember मैले त्यो अगाडि टिभी थियो अनि रकस्टारको गीत बजाइरहेको थियो. And I was on the stationary cycle sweating my ass off and just saying to myself, I have millions of fans. I have X amount of money in my bank account. Continuously, yeah. So, मैले गोलै त्यो बनाएको थियो. And if I have attention on me, whether it be in uncomfortable positions, situations, भनौँ न भइरहेको हुन्छ नि त, you're trying to dig your nose in somebody's just like, or phone खिचिरहेको. Now I have the patience to say, एकैछिन नखिचिदिनुहोस् ल, म नाक कोट्याउन लाग्यो. I'll tell them the truth. I'm sure you don't want a photo of me digging my nose on your phone. But that has been the goal. I've always wanted people to know me. So now that when people see me, look at me, try to recognize me, oh, how is that wrong?
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable. Paila it was uncomfortable because you're trying to do your stuff and then people are just like, it's fine now. That has been the goal. That is the goal. So the realization now I don't have the fear of approaching that person and telling them I'm uncomfortable you taking photos or videos. I tell them on the face. How is that going to make me a wrong person or a bad person? To them, if I actually engage with them, it's better, no?
Yeah, of course.
So that's how I see it.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. So अहिले त्यो मान्छेले चिन्ने अनि चिनाउँदाखेरि अनि मान्छेले के भन्ने फेरि the thing with me is I have better ears than I have better eyes. अहिले पनि यत्रो टिभी राख्दा पनि I was doing squinting. I'm getting my LASIK done soon, so that the correct huncha, that I have very good eyes and I can listen to people talking. It's not a superpower, it's just that I focus on my ears more than I do with my eyes.
Yeah.
And I hear them talking. So off the air I'll tell you this. This is going to be between you and me.
Sure.
On air I won't tell you. But that has been the goal. That has been the goal for me.
No, I feel you. I remember Shah Rukh Khan saying it. Yeah, I'm a big Shah Rukh Khan fan.
Likewise.
I know. I spent a lot of time, energy, and effort, and all my life to be famous. Now I'm famous. Why would I want to go ahead and change that and hide it? Exactly. Like he said something along this line. I've spent all my life to be where I'm at. Why would I want to change it? Like it's perfect. And kind of have a feeling that it's very similar to you as well. That's what you're trying to express, isn't it?
You see the the flowers. You see the beauty in every kind of situation. That was what I was going through. So I listened to a lot of Jordan Peterson and a lot of these things. Even when I'm reading or sketching, I was sketching in the morning and I was listening to Andrew Tate. So the podcast a lot of these things subconsciously it stays with you. It kind of forms your ideology of human life and the experiences in life.
Over time, remember back in the day, त्यो Habitat for Humanity को त्यो event मा थियो नि. Yeah, so this is like I don't even know 10 years ago.
Yeah.
10 years ago होला हुन्छ नि हैन. I still remember talking to Rana ma'am हुन्छ नि हैन, and we were talking about like हुन्छ नि this that we're trying to do this, trying to do that भनेर हुन्छ नि. We've come a long way ni. Think about it. It's such a long way.
Yeah.
And I still remember you doing one of your first ramp shows. Back in the day, to trendsetters, but that your time period, man. We've come a long way now. And looking at you and so many things that you've done in life. One thing that is something that I'm trying to figure this out as when I talk to, especially when I talk to my brothers. Okay? How does it feel to be a dad? Okay? And I'm going through that phase now. I'm 36 years old. I'm going through a transition, which nobody tells you in your 20s. But now in my 30s, I don't have any kids. But I definitely want to. I ask my friends who have kids. Sirish was here, Dolly. And then off air, we were just talking about it. I'm just talking about this on air. How does it feel to be like a dad?
Yeah.
Like, how's that moment? Like, bam.
It doesn't come to you, bam.
Aundaina.
Hell no. You're used to like
doing your own thing.
Yeah. Absolutely. Keeps you in check. I'll tell you that. Because of the kind of exposure we have with information, what is a good parent, what is a bad parent, whatever. I look back at my parents, especially when Sanu hundahari, if I looked at my parents wrong, I'd get the whoop of my life. If I looked at them wrong, मैले गल्ती गरेर मेरो सबभन्दा ठुलो गल्ती के थियो रहेछ भने as a child, the mistake I used to make. I used to make a mistake. And they used to confront me. And I used to keep staring at them. And right beside me, मेरो भाइ पनि, if he had made the same mistake, he'd look down and say sorry. Me, I used to be like this. And actually, honestly, I didn't know I was doing that. In my head, I was trying to process what that person was saying. That for a parent, they've got their frustrations piled up, and there's this one little kid who they own. They own. Back end. Now, I can't do that with my child. First of all, I'm a man. I'm the first man my daughter has met and is being introduced to. So I have to have a certain kind of image for the sex. Like a benchmark. Right? So that keeps me in check. And a lot of other things as well. Because I've said this on the last podcast also. You cannot... एउटा बच्चालाई केही सिकाउनै मिल्दैन क्या सिक भनेर सिकाउनै मिल्दैन यु कान्ट यो यसलाई यता राख भनेर भन्ने हैन यु क्यान डु द्याट वान्स यु क्यान डु द्याट ट्वाइस बट त्यो कन्ट्रोल गरेर गर्ने नै होइन रहेछ क्या यु हेभ टु डु इट यु नै हेभ टु डु इट सो चिल्ड्रेन लर्न बाई एक्जाम्पल रहेछ क्या
I'd show you a photo, eh? I'd show you a photo of something like who koसँग छ त्यहाँ कसलाई पठाउँ म यो फोटो I'd show you अस्ति I sent you that photo नि
मलाई
मैले पठाएँ हैन अस्ति remember I sent you that photo to my nephews
oh yeah
constant questions हुन्छ के हैन which I'm not used to I'm not used to constant questions either हैन so my nephews are here in Nepal अहिले हैन constant के त्यो non-stop questions त्यो हुँदैन के used to I'm not well त्यो मैले आफू personally भने I'm not used to like uncle how do we do this uncle question त्यो amount of patience that you need
nobody has that nobody has that त्यो छैन कसैको पनि छैन नट इभन सी फर्स्ट टाइम प्यारेन्ट्स त विल डेफिनेटली नट ह्याभ इट एभर फर्स्ट टाइम प्यारेन्ट्स त हाउ द्याट्स द फर्स्ट टाइम देयर प्यारेन्ट्स द taking care of this one meat and bone ball of meat and bone with their own with their own consciousness. Correct. In my head, oh, मेरो छोरा भइदियो भने त म साइक्लिङमा लाग्छु भनेर थियो अब छोरी भयो त्यसलाई पनि साइक्लिङमा राखिदिन्छु होइन इट डिपेन्ड्स अन वाट द्याट पर्सन वान्ट्स म्यान
At the end of the day, होइन?
At the end of the day.
यो कस्तो हुँदो रहेछ भने चाहिँ त्यो कन्सटेन्ट सो दिज आर माई नेफ्युज होइन बेबी नेफ्युज होइन दुईजना अनि दुईजना आएर देयर ह्याङ्गिङ आउट विथ मी एट द स्टुडियो होइन अनि दे गिभ मी सो मेनी डिफ्रेन्ट आइडियाज एज वेल होइन स्पेसली द लिल वान बोथ अफ देम गिभ मी आइडियाज होइन अनि त्यो क्वेसन के द अमाउन्ट अफ क्वेसन द्याट दे ह्याभ हुन्छ नि होइन थ्याङ्क्स इट्स समथिङ एल्स के आयुष्मान how do you answer do you answer all the questions? Majority of them?
Right now, yeah. Right now, अहिले छोरीको के हो भन्छ she's learned how to say यो के हो यसलाई के भन्छ यो के हो
कसरी हो
यो के हो यो के हो I have the patience. That is what I'm training for in my early morning meditations to keep my bloody calm. Whatever I have on my shoulder does not need to be on my daughter's shoulder. Or anybody else's shoulder for that matter. Correct? Usually the kind of frustration, usually the kind of anger and your emotions, when you spill it on somebody, you're spilling out aru मान्छेहरुको पनि नि त compound भइरा हुन्छ नि त धेरै frustration, especially with men. That's the reason why they're so aggressive. Paila I remember back in the day when you used to look at somebody wrong, they'd be like, oh, kya hai? It's actually in their head, no? The frustration, the anger, अर्कै चीजको हुन्छ. Even right now also I think about all of these things. I'm really traffic police if they talk funny with me, I'm like घरमा बुढीले पेलेर राख्यो होला नि के थाहा होला. And the fact that I thought about that makes me feel better about myself because everything's good at home. One. The second, I'll pray for that person so that everything is good for that person. I'm not, मैले यो ज्ञान छाडा होइन साँच्ची नै यही गर्छु मैले साँच्ची नै यही गर्छु. And that has been like damn easy for me because I don't have to like bottle up emotions. होइन त?
There's this thing के मेरो एकजना साथीले मलाई भने होइन उसले कुन दिन चाहिँ उसले स्टप गरेर के होइन कि उसको र उसको स्पाउसको झगडा परिरहेको थियो अरे झगडा होइन ठुलै झगडा हुन्छ नि बाजाबाज टाइप्स होइन उसको बच्चाले चाहिँ कान यसरी थुनेर बसिरहेको थियो यु नो व्हाट आई मिन कान यसरी थुने होइन उसले त्यो देख्न साथ नि होइन उसलाई अहिलेसम्म नि याद छ कि त्यो अब भइसक्यो होला 10 वर्ष होइन त्यो देख्न साथ त्यो दिनदेखि आजसम्म अब अफकोर्स आर्ग्युमेन्ट्स त हुन्छ होइन त्यो आर्ग्युमेन्ट्स कहिले पनि बच्चा अगाडि गराएको छैन अरे क्या त्यो एउटा इन्स्टेन्टली के आर्ग्युमेन्ट्स त हुन्छ हामी सबैले आर्ग्युमेन्ट्स सुन्यौँ हामी सबैले आर्ग्युमेन्ट्स मेजोरिटीले भनौँ त हामी सबैभन्दा सबैलाई नहालौँ होइन अब होइन तर आर्ग्युमेन्ट्स देखाए पनि हो उसले त्यो भन्ने बित्तिकै चाहिँ ओके त्यो मोमेन्ट उसलाई अहिलेसम्म याद छ भनेपछि कत्रो ठुलो इम्प्याक्ट भयो होला त उसको जिन्दगीमा These are the
त्यो सिचुएसन ठुलो थियो कि त्यो सिचुएसन ठुलो थियो भन्ने कि द्याट वाज वाट ट्रिगर्ड इट भन्ने द्याट्स द थिङ इट डिपेन्ड्स अन पर्सन टु पर्सन नि त्यसैले त्यो पेनको कुरा गर्दाखेरि इट्स भेरी ऊ जस्तो लाग्छ कि मलाई इट डिपेन्ड्स अन द पर्सन जस्तो लाग्छ बिकज मेरो यो घाउ कसैको लागि एकदम ठुलो घाउ हुनसक्छ मेरो लागि सानो घाउ हुनसक्छ बिकज आई ह्याड बिगर घाउज So त्यसरी पनि लर्न गर्न मिल्छ बट या डेफिनेटली म्यान द्याट इज गुड फर हिम बिकज द्याट वाज वान अफ द थिङ्स द्याट मी एन्ड प्रियङ्का एक्चुली स्याट डाउन एन्ड टक्ड अबाउट के उसको मेरो झगडा हुँदैन होला we're different people, we're living under the same roof. I function differently, she functions differently. हुँदैन होला झगडा अनि I realized that because no, a lot of these things कसरी पनि आउँदो रहेछ I think है म मेरो मात्र कुरा हुन सक्छ I can't talk about anybody else.
Of course.
So I remember my mom telling me this के यहाँ मुख छाड्दाखेरि त्यसको energy can affect एउटा certain radius सम्म भनेर भन्नुभयो क्या मलाई I don't remember the specifics. But a lot of things, I've been fed information, but I took it in the good. Like when she told me, मेरो migraine सुरु हुने बेलामा, she told me a migraine को energy field is 5 kilometers को radius. 5 kilometers your energy is taking effect. Okay? There's so many documents, you can go through it. I forgot what it's called though. It's like butterfly effect or something. A wing, एउटा butterfly को flap it can cause tsunamis. So these kind of information stayed with me. So the kind of words, the book that we have right in the middle right now. Anthony Robbins. Yes, it depends on the kind of words you use. So these are where I get all my information. I'm talking about the arguments that me and Priyanka, we have. I told her, whatever we talk about, we're not going to talk about with our child present or anybody else present. If we're about to have it, we'll talk in sound voice, but they'll escalate. And usually it hasn't escalated. Touch wood. We don't fight. There's no pass and pass. It's fine. I put my information on the table. She puts her information on the table. We come to an agreement, and then we practice meeting halfway. I think that's what maintains a relationship.
Is that a suggestion that you want to give to other friends? If you had to?
You can do it. It depends on the other person also. And you can't force the other person to do it because everybody expresses differently. I'm fortunate enough to have a partner who understands it and is mature enough to do it. I'm not forcing her. I said the next time we want to talk about something, let's do it privately. She said absolutely. So we met at the same place, no? There must be somebody, no, I want to take care of it right now because they don't want to hold on to that baggage. There are people like that. I know those kind of people. Same. And अहिले सकौँ म सब यहीँ निस्कोस् भोलिको दिनमा गरेर बसौँ भन्ने. I know so many people who do that. So
you know me, I'm a very vocal human being with a mouth of garbage mouth. I'm like straight up garbage mouth. You know me. You've known me for a long span of time. मलाई पर्सनली चिन्ने साथीहरूलाई थाहा छ म कस्तो छु भनेर. That's my way of talking. 15 years of radio has taught me that you don't say that shit. Oh, see, beyond this on the microphone. But त्यो पनि त्यो एउटा लेभलको त्यो पेसेन्स हो तर त्यो बोली त मेरो अग्रेसिभै छ नि हैन. You've known me for such a long span of time हैन. अब त्यो it's my nature हैन. अब it's been like this. In the future, obviously, it's going to be slightly calmer. As time progresses, that's something that I have already realized.
Read this book.
In my 20s, I was different. In my 30s, I'm different. In 40s, it's completely going to be different. The thing is, like, where do you want to reach one? There's a question, especially even with this. There's a chapter right there. I was just looking at that. Where do you want to go ahead and reach among all the things that you've done? Where do you want to reach?
Me?
Yeah.
Mother, for me, this is crazy. I am aimless. I have been aimless. The reason why I have sketching Marambro, the reason why I can cycle, the reason why I have this musical inclination is because I have been aimless. Do I take it as a boon or do I take it as a curse? And that is what I'm trying to figure out right now. Because so I did this class, do you know about Mind Valley?
I've heard.
You've heard of it,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So Vishen Manne Mansile, he came up with Mind Valley, and there's this one session on the art of manifestation. And Regan Hillier, she's the lady of the year also, 2023 ago. She manifested everything, Manera, and then she came up with a class for Mind Valley. I took it. Lekhnu parne ke? It said you had to be clear in your mind where you want to be.
Lekhera express garne.
And I'm just like, okay, what do I focus on? I'll be happy doing my sketching also. I'll be happy doing my music also. I'll be happy doing cycling also. I'll be happy doing acting also. I'll be happy doing cinematography also. Am I full of aim or am I aimless?
It's a question that you asked yourself.
I ask myself. So I've already, मलाई यो त्यो एउटा कोट छ नि,
Jack of all, master of none.
I've never really associated it. हुन्छ नि त्योसँग मैले कहिले उनी कनेक्टै हुन सकिनँ क्या, मैले कनेक्टै हुन सकिनँ. It's कस्तो कनन्ड्रम जस्तो छ क्या.
हुने कि नहुने त, Jack of all हुनमा के पनि, there is nothing wrong with that.
Wrong with that.
Being master of one, there is nothing wrong in that. FOMO हुन्छ तर, FOMO चाहिँ हुन्छ.
Definitely हुन्छ.
Jack of all भयो भने त्यो एउटा कुरा चाहिँ मैले एकदमै सुपर स्पेसलाइज गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ. त्यो मास्टर अफ वानलाई पनि भेटाएछ मैले, जसले चाहिँ सञ्जय FOMO हुन्छ मलाई कि मैले यो गरिनँ, यो पनि ट्राई गर्नुपर्ने, यो पनि ट्राई गर्नुपर्ने, यो पनि ट्राई गर्नुपर्ने, यो पनि ट्राई गर्नुपर्ने भनेर. So
and they wait until retirement so they have the free time to do it.
No, you shouldn't.
I've seen people who've done it. I know people who are doing it. So, but is that really something you need to be looking forward to? Because there are people just dying right now as we speak. They probably had aspirations. They probably had dreams to do whatever they wanted to do after they retired. Do you want to wait until that, or do you want to do it right now? So this is very, it's like a catch-22
moment.
Catch-22 moment. So you can't really tell me, ask if I am like, oh, I know exactly where I want to be, and I know what I want. Sometimes I don't know what I need, but I know what I want.
What's that?
I told you. I was on my stationary cycle. There's an X amount of money I want in my bank account. Every time my phone goes into personal mode at 9 p.m., my wallpaper screams at me with my bank account paper.
होइन, सोच्न त मजा आउँछ नि, त्यो त सोच्न त मजा आउँछ नि when you think about it. In our 20s हामीले कहिले पनि सोचेन क्या यसरी. 20s मा सोचेन नि Ayushman.
No, मैले पनि कुन तको सोचे हो त. I had zero money. मैले थाहा, we used to hang around in त्यो पुलचोकको त्यो बिहारको तल. All my friends, zero. कन्ची हुँदैन, एक कन्ची थिएन. तल एउटा मोमो पसल थियो, त्यो मोमो खानको लागि पैसा पुग्दैन थियो. हैन,
कान्तिपुरको छेउको हो भने हो त्यो. दुर्गा दाइको चिया पसलको छेउको.
तर खाइन्थ्यो. त्यो बेलामा त के को थियो, राति चाहिँ के खाएर रक्सी, कुन चाहिँ रक्सी खाएर मात्तिने.
When did you realize that you were famous? When you reflect back on it?
I still don't think I'm famous.
Like, famous in a sense.
No, I'll be honest.
Famous,
you know what I
in
said?
a sense. You know what I mean? Like, famous in a sense that...
What is famous for you? What is famous for you?
No, think about it. Famous in a sense, I'm going with that. Famous in a sense that, okay, you walk in the street, तिमी हिँडिरहेछौ, अनि त्यसको यो मान्छेलाई चाहिँ गर्दा न गर्दै देखाएछु.
You really think that's famous?
No, I'm at least people, this is what I'm coming to, okay? Somebody's going to be like, I know this person from somewhere. Let's not coin it famous, I know, but you're recognizable. When did you realize that you were recognizable in mass?
As सानैदेखि नै मलाई त.
It
was, I never really understood it as famous because in my mid-20s, I came up with a meaning for the word famous. Famous is when what you say is heard.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Because people listen, but are you heard? That is what famous is for me. मलाई त्यही भएर यो अहिले इन्फ्लुएन्सर भन्ने वर्ड छ नि, मेरो त रगमा क्रिन्ज हुन्छ त्यो वर्ड क्या. What are you influencing? So त्यसैले the word famous for me has always had a certain meaning. I'm trying to say things. अब अहिले पनि त कति ज्ञान छाडिसक्यो त, कति ज्ञान छाड्यो नि.
तर एक्सपिरियन्स हो नि त तिम्रो.
Experience, but it's also how I comprehended my experiences. No, there are countless number of people in the world who are experiencing similar things that I am. And your lesson came to me when my brother slapped me across the face and said, "You can also look at it this way." You understand?
The other side of the
not
coin.
the other side. It's not other side, this side, that side. it is what it is. My parents were separating. I was in a rabbit hole of emotional turmoil. And my brother came to me and he said, "Are you the only one with parents splitting?" And I said, "No." And he said, "Why are you being so dramatic then?" And then that was the slap across the face. And I was like, "Yo to."
When you think about it, no? So you think that you're the only one going through pain, or you're the only one going through joy? As if you think that everybody is having fun. Pain, as if you think that you're the only one going through pain.
Because to be honest, everybody is going through a certain kind of pain. Whether it be trying to understand who they are, whether it be sickness, whether it be financial turmoil, whether it be whatever, man. Everybody's going through something or the other. The thing is, everybody thinks that they're the center of the universe, which they are, of their own universe.
Exactly, that's what I was getting into. Of their small little bubble, they're in the center.
No. We come from the same essence. म अब चाहिँ ज्ञान सर्छ है. Because I'm not an atheist. I believe in all religions. I'm a man of all religion. कट्टर हो भने I'll say flip them off. But then explain to me why you follow what you follow, and I will also join you. भन्ने मान्छे हो म चाहिँ. I just need somebody to make me understand why it is that they believe what they believe. I'm open to listen, but do not tell me to do it. I've been
Don't force me.
Don't force me. I've been that child. But I've been that way. Don't tell me to do my homework. Tell me why I need to do it, and I'll do it. I've always been that.
Logic चाहियो.
मलाई logic चाहियो. Logic चाहियो.
सबै थोकमा त पाइँदैन जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई. सबै थोकमा त पाइँदैन जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई. Why do people pray?
Do you want a spiritual answer or do you want like
Up to you.
So spiritual answer मा पनि त छ नि त.
Up to you.
Because हाम्रो छ नि. Go through this book. I swear. It depends on reader to reader, eh? Because everybody will grasp whatever it is that they're looking for matre in life. Okay, na. त्यसैले मैले भनेको नि त ज्ञान छाड्न जसले पनि सक्छ हैन. अगाडि बसेको मान्छे जसले सुनिरहेको छ नि उसले कसरी कम्प्रिहेन्ड गर्छ पनि बुझ्नु पर्यो के हामीले. So if with praying, I think there was this video that I saw, and it had to do with like Christianity. Why do people pray? And I think it was one of these podcasts with Andrew Tate himself. He believes in Islam. That the host says like the reason why I pray is because it keeps me in check with God. There's somebody who keeps me in check. If there is somebody who I can look up to and say whatever is happening in my life is happening because it's supposed to happen because
there's somebody else.
You know that person is making me go through it. Because that is the all-knower. And so we're social beings, so we need people around, we need society, and we need somebody to hold. And sometimes we're in life, we don't have anybody to hold. And for them, that can be God.
Self-confidence, like especially when you're trying to do something different. To self-confidence, it's a self-driven man. Imagine, just think of all the self-driven people that we know or that we've known. त्यो कता न कताबाट त्यो ऊर्जा त्यो मान्छेले भित्रबाट निकाल्छ के
निकाल्ने नि हो त्यो सानैदेखि त कहाँ हुन्छ त्यस्तो झट्टो. There's no mini Sheldons त्यो शो छ. There's not a lot of mini Sheldons. That person is in the autistic spectrum and he's a savant. I'm just talking about this character, right? Sheldon के थियो त्यसको नाम? Sheldon Cooper हैन. कहाँबाट कुपर लिएर हालेँ मैले. This is Sheldon Cooper कि ब्राडलीको हैन. कुपर म इन्टरस्टेलर हेरिरहेको थिएँ कि मैले. अनि त्यसपछि That's not Bradley Cooper. No. His name is Cooper के. Oh yeah. His name is Cooper. हैन. अनि म त्यो हेरेर त्यसको एउटा सिन छ के इन्टरस्टेलरमा. It's my favorite scene हैन. यो सिनमा चाहिँ I constantly go back to के. Matt Damon को क्यारेक्टरले गएर हैन
अनि आफ्नो अर्को सिप लिएर गएर डक गर्छ कि होइन मदरसिपमा डक गर्छ अनि त्यसपछि ऊ चाहिँ त्यो मदरसिप लिएर चाहिँ जानला हुन्छ होइन अनि यतापट्टि एना ह्याथवे र के अरे म्याथ्यू मैककनेगीको दुईजना क्यारेक्टरले चाहिँ नगर 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 डक नगर इट्स इम्पोसिबल भनिरहेको हुन्छ होइन बट राइट एट द्याट मोमेन्ट उसले मानि नै रह हुँदैन होइन ह्याच खोल्छ पड्किन्छ होइन ब्लो आउट हुन्छ गर्नुहोस् के भन्छ यसलाई होइन एन्ड देन द्याट होल थिङ इज tumbling down towards atmosphere to planet go. Matthew McConaughey takes his small little aircraft, whatever it's called, a spaceship, whatever, and tries to dock with that. Okay?
The rotate
गरेर and Hathawayको क्यारेक्टरले हुन्छ नि होइन यो हुँदैन भनेर भन्छ कि कुपर इट्स नट पोसिबल भनेर भन्छ होइन ठ्याक्क 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 oh this is the scene yeah यही सिन हो नि
It's
होइन
one of my favorite films. Christopher Nolan is he's one of my gods.
एकैछिन साउन्ड देऊ त एकैछिन मात्र अलिकति अगाडि गएर
For Cooper's life, this is about all mankind. There is a moment.
Bam. होइन दिस इज द मोमेन्ट के साउन्ड देऊ त Imagine this shot. Thakka especially, you know what he says, which I want to say it here. It's not possible, भन्छ होइन but Matthew McConaugheyको character, it's necessary भन्छ क्या So whoever tells me that यो हुँदैन अथवा नेपाल रेडी छैन यो गर्नु हुँदैन मान्छेहरू तयार छैन अथवा म्यान पावर पुग्दैन पैसा पुग्दैन यो हुँदैन त्यो हुँदैन नि होइन माई आन्सर टु माई सेल्फ इज यो जरुरी छ कि इट्स नेसेसरी टु डु इट समबडी हेज टु डु इट गड ड्याम इट आई डु इट सो त्यो चाहिँ आई थिङ्क इट्स अ अन्टरप्रेन्योरल माइन्ड सेट द्याट आई हेभ नाउ हुन्छ नि होइन द्याट आइ एम ट्राइङ टु डु new things and create new ideas. Okay? Remember whenever you're trying to like do something for the first time that hasn't happened in your setting. हुन्छ नि होइन like बाहिर भइसक्यो होला तर यहाँ भएको छैन maybe when you're filming something हुन्छ नि होइन or whatever गर्नु नै पर्छ भन्ने भएको छ has that ever happened to you? How did that make you feel that moment?
Does it depend on the result? Would that depend on the result?
For me, it's the process. Okay?
It's the process. It's self-discovery. It teaches your limits or the lack of. यस्तो चिजहरूमा चाहिँ कसरी भन्ने यार How I understand it. A nice way to put it across, though. Starting it with a movie and then asking me that question. Nothing. So this is a quote. I'll just give you an easy example. Right now, my day. Sketch garirako chha a lot. I know a lot of people know about the sketch. Priyanka Garner banaera, I know. I have been making faces for as long as I can remember. The actual reason why I became an actor was also because I used to look at people, their physical feature, the way they walk, the way they talk, why are they walking the way that they are, where are they going, what are they going through. I remember I used to do that when I used to work for Kantipur because I used to walk to work. I used to walk to Tinkune.
त्यो सँग नाम ग्लोबल बिट्स होइन
ग्लोबल बिट्स अनि हली बलिउड भन्ने थियो दुईटा चलाउँथेँ मैले
म त साँच्ची 2000 कतिको कुरा यो long ago I still remember
I used to walk from home to work and then for lunch I used to go to Basantapur बसन्तपुरमा बसेर त्यो बच्चाहरूले चिया बेच्न आउँथ्यो नि I used to just sit there मेरो इन्स्टाग्रामभरि छ त्यो चिया र चुरोट समातेर बसिरहेको बसन्तपुरमा क्या And that is when the fascination with like, especially the eyes, मलाई आँखा क्या मेरो textbook, if you go to my school textbooks and everything, there's Siri, somebody's Siri just got activated. Anyway, I've made eyes everywhere. आँखै यहाँ बनाउने क्या. So मैले अनुहार बनाउँदाखेरि अनुहार is the easiest part for me. अनुहार is the easiest part for me to sketch. That I chose this one photo of Priyanka during our wearing Siwangi Pradhan designs. Ma kasam त्यो जुन लेहेङ्गा लगाएको छ उसले. The amount of jewelry and the amount of intricate designs that one lehenga has, I wanted to give up. I'll be like, अनुहार देखि त हाल्यो. Even this morning, I have a picture right here. I was sketching मेरो भाइसँग त अघिको भाइ छ नि उसँग कुरा गरेको बेलामा I sent him a picture क्या. That's how it's come right now.
Oh, nice. Oh, man, Lord. Bruh. Damn, bruh. I want to show it to everybody, but you show it. If you want to show it to everybody?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Can you WhatsApp it to me? Just WhatsApp it to me.
Airdrop it, no?
Ah, yeah. Just airdrop it to me. Damn. When did you start sketching? How old were you?
As far as I can remember, I've always been sketching.
See, it's a way of...
Expression.
Expression, yeah.
मेरो चाहिँ त्यही हो. You want this photo with my face on it, or do you want like a just
send me what you just showed me.
No, I've got like
I wanna be fair with
an
people.
album for like.
I want to be fair with people. No, send me the one with your photo. That's such a nice one.
I've sent it to you already.
Yeah, you sent it to me. Yeah, shoot. My bad.
It's coming through. Was coming through. Ayo.
It's a way of सबैजनाको आफ्नो हुन्छ कि. Remember back in the day when we watched that? Oh shoot! But he did it for money, होइन? But it was his passion in the movie, होइन? Guess which movie this was?
Which movie?
DiCaprio, Titanic.
Yeah. Yeah.
This scene in Amherst, I'm reading it to something else. As soon as I started sketching it, there's something that came to my mind. There's a scene when DiCaprio and Kate, Leonardo and Kate, they're together, and then she takes the book. के हो यो? देखाऊ मलाई भनेर ठ्याक्क तान्छ के. भन्छ नि हैन अनि एउटा पल्टाउँछु, दुईटा पल्टाउँछ हो के अरे अनि गर्छ नि के हुन्छ नि because she's impressed now के एक दुईवटा पल्टाइसकेपछि हुन्छ नि हैन.
That was this morning.
कति समय लाग्यो?
It's been more than a month already. एक महिना बिसिसक्यो.
How many talents do you have, my brother?
But I'll just tell you, I'll tell you something. Do you know the earring that she's wearing? The ठ्याक्क एउटै मात्र earring देख्छ के त्यो फोटोमा. It took me one day to just get it to that. Just the earring, And right now I'm trying to make the necklace, as you can see. ठ्याक्क तल छ नि.
ठ्याक्क यता पनि.
त्यो तीनटा dots छ नि.
शिवाङ्गीको डिजाइन
मैले लुगा त छोएकै छैन.
Okay, त्यसमा पुग्यो.
लुगा त छोएकै छैन. I'm trying to make the necklace that she's wearing. ठ्याक्क neckको लाइनमा you see those 3 black dots closest to me के. Those 3 dots and there's like यस्तो intricate खालको jewelry लगाएको छ क्या. And I'm trying to make that right now.
सबसे गाह्रो पार्ट कुन हो स्केच गर्दाखेरि? Is it the eyes?
No, it's the entire face. You mess up one thing and look like a different person. That's the best thing about sketching. मलाई मनपर्ने कुरा नै त्यो हो क्या. Because you're studying a certain face, होइन? You draw this, your mouth, this point to this point को त्यो जुन length छ नि. You draw that a little longer, it'll look like a different person.
Yes.
Swear. Because at one point, she started looking like Selena Gomez. And I had to fix it. I had to understand what it was that made her look like a different person and then change it. Yeah.
No man, no. This is beautiful. This is super beautiful.
Thanks.
You started sketching when you were like what?
Bless you.
Thanks. Super young?
Super young. I remember going to this school, art school, the winter break ma सिक्नको लागि तर सिकाएर आए. I'm not blowing my own trumpet, but that's exactly what happened.
सिकाएर आएको? How old were you?
I was in grade 4. I don't know how old I was. Anyway, I was in grade 4 and मेरो grandfatherले मलाई त्यो कुपनडोलको ओह्रालामा there was this art school that he took me to.
I know which one that is. you're talking about?
त्यो ढुकुटीको साइडतिर
ढुकुटीको साइडमा होइन हिमाल होटलको त्यो तलबाट
लग्यो. They made me make an apple. I made an apple. They made me make triangles and squares.
Are you passing your skills to Sorry?
I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know. Would you like?
Nah, nothing. I want her.
Does it work that way? Like, do you pass it on? Like,
It does,
do you
it
want
does.
to pass it on?
The skill or the interest? That's a difference. There's a difference.
What do I call it? Your sketching, is it a skill or is it an interest?
How do you define skill, Feri? Are you making money out of the skill? Is that a skill? Is it a talent?
त्यो पनि हो फेरि talent भन्नु पर्यो नभए होइन. Do you want to pass it on to Anka?
There's nothing that I want to pass on. The only thing I want to pass on to my child are values, a few etiquettes, just so that she lives as somebody who just be socially awkward because I've gone through it. Because mere afne self-doubts and the reason why the fact that I used to be like a fat child and fat shamed and trying to look out for people to make friends and that's been a very tough thing for me back in the day. I don't want so as a parent you'd like to avoid these things for your child, and it's like a certain kind of protection that you're trying to cast over them, you know? So there's nothing you can protect your child from. There's nothing.
You do want to pass on हुन्छ होला. This is just
Values,
me
values,
just
values,
saying, होइन?
values, just values. मलाई त values मात्रै दिनु मन छ. And how do I do that? By becoming a person of substance, no? म राम्रो हुनु पर्यो नि त मेरो छोरी राम्रो हुनको लागि. When I already told you that I can't teach them anything, I have to be that.
You lead by example, no? होइन त?
Absolutely. You say the F word in front of that child will keep saying the F word.
F word constantly.
I
I've
know.
realized that recently.
That happened to us, अस्ति नै.
ए भयो. भइसक्यो,
But
भइसक्यो.
what I also understood was, me and Priyanka were in the same room, and our daughter started saying the F word continuously. And you know what I told Priyanka? I said, don't react. Don't react. It's not a bad word. It's not nothing. And just don't react in front of her. She'll get bored of the word and she won't say it. And she stopped.
I taught one of my nephew, not teach one, my
taught
other taught him, I said, come here, I'll teach you something. ए अङ्कलहरूले गर्ने हो कि यो कुरा जस्तो लाग्यो अब
होला।
होइन आउ ल म एक सिकाउँछु भनेर होइन त्यो चाहिँ शाखा सिकाएँ क्या मैले होइन म ठ्याक्कै त्यतिखेर त्यहाँ त्यो हवाईबाट आएको थिएँ ल शाखा सिकाउँछु भनेर होइन अनि त्यो चाहिँ शाखा इट्स हवाइन थिङ नि त होइन अनि त्यो सिकाएँ अनि त्यो चाहिँ अब अफकोर्स अब पुगेन शाखाले मात्र होइन ल यो चाहिँ यस्तो शाखा भन्छ शाखा 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 होइन एकछिन शाकाल भन्न थाल्यो न यति भने नि हुन्छ भने then obviously I taught this होइन you know what my mind wanted to teach after that अब यो दुईटा त सिकाइसकेँ मैले यो चाहिँ rock भनेर say Anthony I want to rock of course the kids were like rock होइन patience हुँदैन नि त बच्चाहरूको apparently अब you know this like way more than me होइन I hang out with kids for like 10 minutes in a day and then obviously छोटो बनाइदियो क्या हो भनेर हुन्छ कि अङ्कल भएर होला होइन पछि आई रियलाइज इफ आई डु द्याट आई एम डिसोन्ड फ्रम द फ्यामिली होइन सो नो होइन अफकोर्स नट आई डेन्ट टिच देम एनिथिङ होइन बट त्यो हुन्छ नि होइन देयर लाइक अ मुस्के देयर लाइक अ
sponges.
देयर लाइक क्लेज
That's what
हुन्छ
they
नि
are.
होइन
Yeah, that's what they are. My mom keeps saying they're sponges, sponge भन्नुहुन्छ. And that's a lot of my teaching हुन्छ नि मेरो mom मेरो dad बाटै आएको होला. And how did that happen? Because they used to do that or they practiced that. So उनीहरूले त्यो गर भनेर गराएको चिजहरू सिकेकै होइन क्या मैले. उहाँहरूले जे गर्नुहुन्थ्यो त्यही सिकाएँ मैले त. And that is exactly what I'm trying to do at home.
बाबाले बेस्ट जे जान्नुहुन्थ्यो त्यो गर्नुभयो नि त हाम्रो
त्यही गर्नु हो. So you can't hold them accountable for whatever they did as wrong.
नेभर होइन अब आफू बा भइसकेपछि चाहिँ you don't want to make the mistakes of your parents or I don't want to call it mistakes होइन but you don't want to repeat होइन त isn't it that way
Yeah, it depends on the severity of whatever it is that you went through. Some people have been beaten to the point of bleeding, capital punishment. I know people who
छ नि
So त्यस्तो मान्छेहरूले चाहिँ that is like generational त्यहाँ generational एउटा चिज pause गरेर and they're trying to practice something that is not so violent. त्यो पनि छ. For me it's been like प्यारेन्ट्सहरूको बिचमा हुने चिजले गर्दाखेरि आफ्नो चिल्ड्रेनमा टर्मोइल जुन उनीहरूमा आउँछ त्यो मैले आफैले सिक्नु पऱ्यो आफैले भोग्नु पऱ्यो. I don't want my daughter to ever go through that. So त्यस्तो चिजहरू चाहिँ I think you're trying to avoid. तर कहिलेकाहीँ चाहिँ this is on air and all the parents in the world जसले यो हेरिरहेको छ बुझ्छ क्या there will come times when you just want to backhand that cute little face. चिल्लाउँछ लाइक अब त पुगे यार टाइप्स हुन्छ नि आउँछ क्या. That's when you go like ल अब एकैछिन है and then you hand it over to the other parent and be like yeah and फेरि फर्किने and then you want to do it and go and then they come back and then we handle it. भएको छ कति there have been nights where I didn't sleep है रोइ गऱ्यो क्या and then the thing with Ayanka is she cries to the point where she barfs ke. Non-stop waakera ani rude waakte. So she forgets what she was crying about. Now she cries about barfing and zini. What can you do? Tara afu adi nindra and then there's this child screaming. You just want to go like stop.
Of course you can't do that.
Of course you can't do that.
I've heard this so many times before, my bro. एउटा सर्टन पोइन्ट पछि अस्ति मेरो साथी आशुले भन्दै थियो कि एउटा पोइन्ट पुगेपछि आशुले भन्दै थियो एउटा पोइन्ट पुगिसकेपछि सजिलो हुन्छ किनभने स्कुल जान थाल्छ then you get a little bit of break जस्तो पनि भएको थियो कि कन्भर्सेसन हुन्छ नि होइन we're just casually talking and I've realized that once they start going to school then parents kind of get a little bit of break. But the worry never ends, right? Okay?
The worry never ends.
Never ends. No?
The worry never ends. My mom is still worried about me continuously. And she makes it apparent. I like that. That's हाम्रो एउटा certain म भाइ र ममको बिचको एउटा त्यो certain compassionate खालको एउटा उ छ क्या. There's this like connection that we have. Sometimes we're connected to the कभी खुसी कभी गममा छ नि माको सब कुछ पता है types.
माको सब कुछ पता है.
त्यो sixth sense हुन्छ नि त.
त्यो त हुन्छ. आमाको हुन्छ. आमाको हुन्छ. बाउको भन्न सक्दिनँ म आमाको चाहिँ हुन्छ.
बाउको हुँदैन.
आमाको सिक्स सेन्स.
बाउको हुँदैन. बाउको जिरो नै हुन्छ ल. स्वेयर. मैले नै एक्सपिरियन्स गरेको छु.
म बिरामी छु भने होइन मेरो आमाको फोन आउँछ. कहाँबाट थाहा पाउँछ थाहा छैन मलाई. कहाँबाट थाहा पाउँछ थाहा छैन होइन तर आमाले थाहा पाउँछ के.
थाहा पाउँछ.
आमाले थाहा पाउँछ. आमासँग त्यो खै सुपर ह्युमन पावर चाहिँ हुन्छ. त्यो एउटा चाहिँ थाहा हुन्छ आमालाई.
डेफिनेटली थाहा हुन्छ ल.
इफ छोराछोरी पेनमा छ भने फोन आउँछ. जहाँसुकै हो संसारको जुन कुना भयो भने मलाई फोन आएछ क्या अनि त्यसपछि कसरी थाहा पाएछ सपनामा देखाएको थिएँ मैले भन्ने
आफै कस्तो अप्ठ्यारो भइरहेको थियो. Yeah, that's happened. We've made like my mom and I have made trips because my brother was going through something. They've made trips down to my place because my mom felt something and actually something was happening also. त्यस्तो पनि भएको छ क्या.
You know, it's insane. This is about moms, and I'm related to like your specific series that I love. It's called The Simpsons. Simpsons have always figured out majority of the things Simpsons to real life.
Yeah, that's the conspiracy.
Have you realized that?
Yeah. That's a conspiracy, bro. No. I believe in it. I'm somebody who believes in aliens.
Play with me on this. Play with me on this.
Played. I believe in the aliens that visited Miami Mall also. You haven't seen that?
What is this shit now? What is this new shit?
Tell me you don't know about this.
What the fuck is this new shit? Hey, Miami Mall got a XQ, your Naya Firi,
Listen to me.
What crap is this?
There were 60 police cars present. 1st of January. Played.
YouTube Miami Mall Alien. फेरि नयाँ आइसक्यो. के चाहियो होइन मायामी मल एलियन्स यो मैले हेरेको छैन. त्यो मिनी एलियन्स चाहिँ मलाई क्युट लागेको छ मेक्सिकोको.
7 to 10 foot alien.
प्ले गर्दा teen spread panic.
Watch.
At Marketplace, groups fighting, lighting fireworks.
Miami police respond to alien theory after fight at Bayside Mall. You want us to watch? No, shorts ma na.
Shortsमा गयो हुन्छ नि.
Oh, go back to that.
Don't go to like
This is like go back to shorts. Na. I know YouTube में गएर search गर न. Who is today? Somebody is.
Miami Mall Alien. Just read those.
Alien. Oh, la, even better. Shorts में जाऊ त.
You don't know about this?
No.
Le.
Shorts चाहिँ तल हुन्छ है.
बिचमा हुन्छ.
बिचमा नि हुन्छ. आएन ल यसमा. अझ तल जाऊ त बा. Where is in there? छैन. Shorts. How come shorts आएन थाहा छ युट्युबमा? त्यहाँ छ shorts. त्यही हो. Exclusive footage र. यो. त्यही हो.
Oh, no, not this.
This is the alien that you've been talking about.
Whatever. That's for views. But no, actually, but then, see, I go through this, I feed myself with this.
Play this. X-ray on non-human being. Oh, play this. यो चाहिँ play गर त.
That's damn cute, eh, this one.
यही चाहिँ play गर त यो.
I've seen it, the extra.
Bro, this one's super cute, man.
It's so cute, no? It's like a little elf. Sano.
मलाई तारा हेर्न मनपर्छ मलाई ठुलो विश्वास छ कि there are extraterrestrial beings beyond our or within our solar system. Okay, I'm a big believer in that. होइन हाम्रो lifetime I have a feeling that some kind of connection is going to happen in our lifetime. Let's say another 50 years. If that happens, like I personally am going to be one of the happiest persons in this planet. How about you?
I'm somebody who believes in the multiverse.
What the
And
fuck
that is
that
what
now?
manifestation
What's
is.
multiverse again?
So, the thing about manifestation, I'll build to it. Right? The thing about manifestation is actually seeing yourself, visualizing yourself at a certain timeline in your life that you've already achieved it. Correct? You know what manifestation is. I know the first thing that they make you do is to close your eyes, to visualize yourself there, see what you are wearing, smell what you can smell around, feelings on the subway. What you're actually trying to do is actually trying to tap into a certain other timeline that is actually happening perpendicular.
A parallel universe.
Parallel universe. Okay? So I'm somebody who believes in that. This doesn't like really, wow, it's interesting to me because I know there is life outside. There can't be like no life. There's the Joe Rogan ma pani bhन्छ ni, how sad is it if we're the only living organism in the whole entire universe? It's a very scary fact. Correct? With the speck of dust, we're the only living thing. That's a damn sad fact. So I'm somebody who likes to believe that, yes, definitely it's hot, yeah. And if there is life beyond our solar system or in our solar system, the reason why we haven't found them is because they choose not to be seen. Because we're the stupidest beings in the universe.
Most probably.
Right?
Most probably.
मेरो चाहिँ मान्यता is because हामी जस्तो आडे beings कहीँ पनि छैन.
एउटा फोटो छ क्या होइन लेक्स फ्रिडम्यान र जेफ बेजोसले कन्भर्सेसन गरेको होइन लेक्स फ्रिडम्यान फ्यान्टास्टिक साइन्टिस्ट बेजोस एमाजोनको फाउन्डर होइन अनि जेफ बेजोसको सिप इज कल्ड ब्लू ओरिजिन होइन अनि वान अफ द फर्स्ट पर्सन्स हु वेन्ट टु स्पेस होइन फर्केर स्पेसले हेर्दाखेरि चाहिँ हुन्छ नि होइन वान अफ द फर्स्ट पर्सन्स हुन्छ नि होइन ग्लेन शेपर्ड इफ आइम नट मिस्टेकन होइन इफ डबल चेक दिस ल ग्लेन शेपर्ड भनेर होइन फर्केर हेर्दाखेरि चाहिँ जब अर्थ देख्यो नि इन दिस एन्टायर डार्कनेस इन दिस एन्टायर लाइक पिच ब्ल्याक भन्छ नि होइन मा चाहिँ स्मल लिटल ब्लू थिङ क्या हुन्छ नि सो वेयर द ओन्ली थिङ्स द्याट्स ब्रिदिङ एन्ड इट्स अलाइभ इन दिस डार्कनेस बट वेयर नट द ओन्ली वान्स क्या होइन So I'm sure like down the road there are going to be like so many different blue, green, God knows, white, and other kind of specific spots in the universe that's definitely going to have like other species. There's not going to shadow of a doubt. I'm lobby, Ayushman. I want it to happen in my lifetime.
In your lifetime. There's actually, this is a little hocus pocus for a lot of people and probably for you as well. So I go through a lot of these healers or people who claim themselves as the seer of the future. They do all of this. There's a certain bubble that exists out there who look into futures and they kind of call out what will happen in the year 2024. One of the things was that human ko a certain connection with the
I'm going to be very excited when a human being walks back in the moon. Like that's going to be one of the best days of my life.
On the moon.
Yeah. NASA is sending people to moon again. I know.
They've launched it already.
They want to send human beings back to the moon. I know. Artemis missions. I know. India wants to do a lot of things. Elon Musk wants to send people to Mars. I know. It's fascinating. Of course, we have thousands of problems in this planet. I know. It's always been like that. And then we're gonna have like millions of more
That's
problems.
the misconception. All information is so easily fed to us. Global warming. Now everybody is introduced to it that they've become so snowflakes to it. Again, conspiracy. I don't know. Whatever. तर त्यही भन्छ कि धेरैजना मान्छेहरूले पनि क्या पहिल्यैदेखि प्रब्लम थियो. प्रब्लम्स पहिल्यैदेखि थियो. वान साइड अफ द वर्ल्डको एउटा प्रब्लम भइरहेको हुन्थ्यो अर्को साइड अफ द वर्ल्डको अर्कै प्रब्लम भइरहेको थियो. अहिले मात्र के भएको द इन्टरनेट इज फिडिङ एभ्रिबडिज प्रब्लम्स टु द्याट वान पर्सन विथ अ फोन स्मार्टफोन द्याट दे थिङ्क द्याट द वर्ल्ड इज एन्डिङ अरे क्या होइन
होइन. And it's going to be fascinating to tell somebody, okay, we're going to grow old, right? It's going to be fascinating to tell somebody that, hey, तिमी चन्द्रमामा जान सक्छौ है, तिमी मङ्गलमा मार्समा जान सक्छौ है भनेर होइन. Look beyond something that you cannot see. Okay? You cannot see Mars with your naked eyes. हुन्छ नि होइन. You can see the moon with your naked eyes. हुन्छ नि. Imagine it would be so cool to tell somebody that, oh, you could go to the moon. You could go to Mars. You could go and live in outer space down there.
I'm somebody who likes to look within. I would lose my tits if people started looking within. Lose it. Because that is what is most important.
I'm a runner.
Don't run.
You know me. I'm a runner. You know what I mean? I'm constantly, अलिकति सजिलो भएको छ होला मलाई होइन. Otherwise, Ayushman, I'm constantly looking for that next big challenge नि त.
There is no tag for it. There are words that can describe who you are, but I don't want to use them because that'll imprint in your head and you'll think you're damaged. I think that is one of the biggest problems in our lifetime. Everything has a tag and a label. And कस्तो सजिलो भएको छ कि you're going through XYZ and then this is why. Because you are damaged.
And you take this and then you do this and you'll be cured.
But I will not tell you that because you took that, you will go through another thing, and for that you'll have to come back again, and to have, because for that also you'll have to have this. This go the side of it. Anyway, so I'm somebody who doesn't take any medicines. Zero medicines. I'm trying to maintain that now. I would say I can advertise it also. Okay?
Did you take medicines back in the day?
I used to take too many medications back in the day.
Like what?
I had severe throat problems, tonsils, enormous sized tonsils, to a point where they thought I had to my mom was so adamant that so I didn't take it out. I can show you in a while. Painkillers, constantly antibiotics, constantly. I believe in self-healing, just healing. I believe that मेरो जिउमा सबै चिज छ for it to fight any disease or any sickness. Whether it be a physical ailment, whether it be an emotional ailment, whether it be a mental ailment. I don't need to rely on anything. That is what I'm going through. To a point where अलिकति बेसी जस्तो सुन्न. I've stopped using shampoo.
Oh, bro.
I'm not on that. I'm not on it, but I've tried it now. It's been a month. It's been a month.
No, bro.
And I'm not on that cycle where, toothpaste ma pani cancerous cheese cha. I'm not on that cycle. I'm not like a...
Granola भन्दो रहेछ नि हैन यस यो त granola भन्दा माथि हो त्यो हैन
म त्यसमा म लाग्दिन हैन I told you, no, I need a reason why. Prove it to me. If there are things, because somebody advocated, okay? They were like, हैन यार bro, तेरो कपाल झरेको छ भने shampoo छोड दे. I'm like, okay, it's up to me. Let's give it a shot. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Did it work?
It's been working.
Oh man. Okay. यो मैले टय गरेको छु हैन यो कुरा हैन मेरो कपाल was very stressed a couple of months ago हैन like I'm very open to talking about this now हैन I'm starting a new company, very limited resources, a lot of new ideas and a lot of new ideas execution गर्नलाई त्यो कस्तो हुँदै रहेछ भने execution गर्नलाई सबै थोक मिल्नु पर्ने रहेछ के it's not just about money, you need the right people. Finally I have like my team set हैन so I was under a lot of stress के I'm sure you understand now हैन अनि अलिअलि कपाल झर्यो हैन ल ठिकै छ चाया पनि भर्यो के मेरो चाहिँ हैन त्यो कतै न कतैबाट हुन्छ नि अनि I use a lot of hair gel. Like, it's my weakness. I use a lot of hair gel. So I completely stopped hair gel. Like, stop. Somebody came over and told me, aloe vera lau. I was like, aloe vera launchu. Set garnala aloe vera lau. Aloe vera launchu. One of my friend came, coconut ko tel lau. La thik cha coconut ko tel pani laidinchu. La त्यो पनि गर्छु हैन कसैले एकजना साथीले आयो हैन कागती अन्डा र त्यो अर्को एउटा there's one more thing that you just do a cocktail of it हैन के थियो अर्को यार त्यो एक दिन गरेको थिएँ मैले I completely forgot अर्को एक थोक अनि त्यो लाउने अनि त्यसपछि 15-20 मिनेट छोड्ने अनि I tried all that everything I did everything हैन अब यो let's not even go into shampoo the kind of shampoos that I try हैन nothing none of this no offense to anybody हैन कसैलाई काम गर्यो हैन अकुपंक्चर भने जस्तो हो त्यो हुन्छ नि कपिङ भने जस्तो हैन nothing worked हैन आजको दिनमा I don't want to name the shampoo and it's just this basic thing हुन्छ नि हैन I shower with shampoo 3 चोटी हफ्तामा 3 चोटी with shampoo otherwise just water nothing else हुन्छ नि हैन that's it it's worked for me now.
That's exactly what I did. But right now what
yours is no shampoo.
Right now is no shampoo. Because मलाई मेरो shampoo ले केही भाकै थिएन के. It wasn't that I was going through like chaya or anything. And somebody came to me and they said, give it a shot. I've been doing it for 2 years. That person has been doing it for 2 years. It's worked wonders.
No shampoo?
No shampoo.
Just water?
Just water.
Body? No soap?
Body, yeah. You
soap.
Yeah, you can't walk around with like... The thing with body stench is you don't smell it.
You never okay. Okay. No. Okay. Let's get into this shit. Let's get into this shit. Peeve. My girlfriend's gonna be very happy if I get into this shit.
Really?
Yeah. She's gonna be very happy. Okay. This is for like so नेपालीमा हैन जो साथीहरुलाई यो थाहा छैन हैन एउटा गजबको कुरा छ बजारमा पाइन्छ धेरै महँगो पनि पर्दैन त्यसलाई भन्छन् डियोड्रेन्ट
म त रोल अन डियोड्रेन्ट अलिकति नाकमा ठ्यास्छ हैन रोल अन especially the dry ones that actually leave like a white on your armpits they're the best things because that lasts. Trust me deodorant भन्दा राम्रो is roll-ons.
Roll-ons is this?
Roll-ons
what's that called? That deodorant is the piss. Hey, okay, so I'm just thinking about roll-ons. Roll-ons.
They're revolutionary.
यो roll-ons हैन roll-ons हैन धेरै ठाउँ डिपार्टमेन्ट स्टोरमा अर्बन सेटिङमा जहाँ पनि पाउँछ हैन at least keep one with you wherever.
Absolutely. And if you are capable of buying it for somebody else who you love or need to love, buy them. Buy it for them.
Gift it.
Like, give 2 of it. I do that. My circles, they get free roll-ons.
यो चाहिँ एउटा phobia जस्तो भयो कि मलाई just like long ago.
It's a pet peeve.
10-15 years ago होला हैन I was like it's like a phobia नै भन्छु म यसलाई हैन am I spelling?
त्यो त हैन छ यार.
You know what I mean?
छ. Me and my bhai, we both have that. Back of your head को कपाल मिलेको छ कि छैन दाँतमा के अड्केको छ कि छैन
ब्याक अफ हेडको कपाल भन्नाले
कहिले काउलेक जस्तो भइरहेको हुन्छ नि एउटा टुइक्क जस्तो बाहिर निस्किने क्या
ए एउटा माथि
सुतेर उठ्दाखेरि त्यो मिलाएको छ कि छैन नङको यस्तो भित्रभित्र फोहोर छ कि छैन गन्ध आएको छ कि छैन लर दिज हाम्रो मेरो र मेरो भाइकोमा चाहिँ एकदम पेट पिप्स हो त्यो
मेरो एउटा साथीको चाहिँ आइब्रोस छ क्या मेरो आइब्रोस चाहिँ होइन आइब्रोस चाहिँ इज गट त्यो के अरे लेखिरहेको जस्तो क्याटरपिलर ब्रोज होइन ह्युमङ्गस वान होइन अनि त्यसपछि यसले चाहिँ अनि त्यसपछि हि क्लिन्स दिस के ब्रो आई डोन्ट अन्डरस्ट्यान्ड इट आई डोन्ट गेट इट होइन बट इट्स जस्ट हिज थिङ सन्जय ब्रो लाइक इभन हिज वाइफ हुन्छ नि होइन जस्ट यति चाहिँ किनभने यो सबै जोडिएको छ कि उसको होइन छैन नि त्यति साह्रो छैन उसको त कम्प्लिट जोडिएको थियो सो उसले चाहिँ त्यो
If I leave it, bro, it's going to be like a hello.
What's like a grooming tip if you ever had to give somebody?
Grooming tip. Smell nice. Doesn't matter how you look. Just smell nice. Swear. Doesn't matter even if you have a unibrow. Doesn't matter even if you're anything. Just smell nice. Bad breath, just keep it closed. Right? The smell, you pass by somebody to whiff, the damage answer there. Have you been in situations where you have to be in a containment kind of situation and then somebody there kind of has like a stench? Mere the migraine suru no khota. I'm not being mean. It's hygiene. Correct? And even like swear, I'm not being like mean person or anything. Gharma kosaile if they have any kind of laborious work that they have to do in my house, I make them take their shoes off, wash it and come in. Wash their feet and come in. I have to. That is how my house runs. I'm not going to go to them and be like, tera kutta gone aayo. I won't. I'll just tell them, hey, maybe just wash your feet, come in. That's how it works in this house.
Our forefathers did it right, okay? Ayushman. They were perfect, okay? हाथ खुट्टा धुने हात खुट्टा धो घरको छिर खाना सक्यो होइन जे गर्नु त गर होइन दे डिड इट राइट के वी फक्ड इट अप के हुन्छ नि होइन हुन्छ नि वी फक्ड इट अप वी मेड इट ऊ पर्फेक्ट थियो कि त्यो हुन्छ नि होइन
त्यो नि अहिले पनि हुन्छ हाम्रो घरमा त कतिवटा घरमा त अझ पनि छ हाम्रो
होइन मन पऱ्यो होइन अघि नै एक थोक भनिसकेपछि आई नेभर इमेजिन मैले जिन्दगीमा कहिले पनि कल्पना गरेको थिएन कि होइन एज अ सेल्फ रेभोल्युसन भयो यो कुरा गर्दाखेरि होइन कि मलाई चुरोटको धुवा सेकेन्ड ह्यान्ड स्मोकिङले त्यो
एलर्जिज हुन्छ
माइग्रेन चाहिँ भन्दिनँ होइन तर सक्दिनँ कि मैले अब के इट्स नट अ हेडेक होइन बट इट्स जस्ट द्याट नगर्दै हुन्थ्यो भन्ने के सेकेन्ड ह्यान्ड स्मोकिङ के हुन्छ नि होइन माइग्रेन चाहिँ भन्दिनँ म त्यो माइग्रेन चाहिँ ह्युमङ्गस वर्ड होइन मलाई त्यो युज गर्नु मन छैन तर अरे यार नगर्दै हुन्थ्यो भन्ने कि हुन्छ नि सेकेन्ड ह्यान्ड कहिले पनि मैले 15 वर्षमा कल्पना गरेको थिएन कि 15 years of smoking that there's going to be a day when I'm like not happy about
second hand
smoking.
Maybe you associated some kind of change in your life that you stopped cigarettes. And you associated quitting cigarettes with another kind of change that happened in your life. And now when you have a little bit of that smell, you associate it straight to that trauma. And then you're like...
Do you have anything similar?
Tawala, I think I do. There's a few, I think. Nothing I'd like to sit...
dwell on?
Not dwell on. I don't want to sit in front of a camera and talk about.
Yeah.
But then, ta.
No, when you think about it, as we progress in life, there's so many things that, like, हामीले सोचेको कुरा होइन कस्तो नर्मल सोचेको कुरा अहिले आएर सोच्दाखेरि oh man, shit, that thing was so abnormal. किन गरे होला जस्तो के
मलाई drinking. That is drinking for me.
Ooh.
That's drinking.
You stopped?
I stopped. It's been so long.
How long has it been?
More than a decade. I haven't had a drink after a decade. I work for alcohol companies, but I don't drink. And I tell them specifically. It's just that I look like somebody who drinks, that I am working for you. Because I have nothing against people who drink. I work with companies, alcohol companies, and I tell them, see, I'm not a drinker. I've had a drink in my life. I don't like to drink anymore. I can advocate it for you guys right now. But then don't force me to drink. I'm not a good person after I drink. They respect it. That's it. But I don't like alcohol. One of those is alcohol for me.
Admitting that I'm not a good person when I drink is a big deal. A lot of people don't realize that they're not good people when they drink.
I haven't done anything crazy. It's just I don't like not having control over my mind anymore. Even marijuana. The reason why I don't smoke up these days is because I don't like to not have control over my mind. Because मलाई एकदम paranoia हुन्छ कि त्यो smoke up गर्दाखेरि, which I don't like to really tell people about. I can act as though I'm not going through it, but I am very, very paranoid when I'm smoking up and then I'm high. Because I used to do that alone a lot of times. Back in the day, kothame basera, I used to be high as a kite. But I used to have those paranoia wala kicks. And त्यसले गर्दाखेरि पनि it's helped me a lot because म dwell गरेको छु कि त्यो paranoia to a point where मलाई भूत सुतहरुसँग पनि खास डर लाग्न छोड्यो. Actually saying, पहिला हामीलाई डर लाग्ने नि के थियो? As a child, मलाई मेरो फ्यामिलीमा एक खाली सिसी बोतल तन लिएर जान्थ्यो भन्थ्यो, भूत आउँथ्यो भन्थ्यो, तिनीहरू चिज त हो नि हैन. हाई हुने बेलामा unnecessary thoughtsहरूले स्पुक गरिरहेको हुन्छ. And I'm like, alright, कहाँसम्म चाहिँ जान्छ यो भनेर सोच्दिन्थेँ. And it took me to extents where nothing really happened.
के पनि भएन.
But what I did understand was I didn't have control over my emotions. I didn't have control over my conscious mind. And त्यसले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ I got a little like, nah man, I will do it. Because this is एउटै life छ हेर. You know, people ask me why I like adrenaline in sports. I can ask you the same thing. Why do you like adrenaline? Adrenaline किन मन पर्छ? It makes you feel alive? Or are you just a junkie?
You want to see something fun? All right. I've never showed this ever to anybody, हैन? अस्ति हाम्रो conversation भएको थियो, हैन? Whoever's in the computer, हैन? Go to YouTube. I'll show you something. We were talking about YouTube, हैन? Me and a couple of my friends अस्ति, हैन? अनि shit man, मैले त 16 वर्ष अगाडि YouTube मा एउटा भिडियो अपलोड गरेर रहेछु के. 16 वर्ष अगाडि. हैन? अनि यसो सोच्दाखेरि मैले त्यतिखेर देखिन किन गरिन भन्ने त्यो रिग्रेट हैन के, तर गर्नुपर्ने थियो नि भन्ने खाले एउटा कन्भर्सेसन चलिरहेको थियो के, हैन? अनि त्यो टाइममा चाहिँ मैले रियलाइज गरेको थिएँ कि अरे यार there's so many things that we could have done भनेर, हैन? Somebody open the TV त.
त्यो बन्जीवाला हो.
बन्जीवाला ठ्याक्क त्यो बन्जी अगाडिको मोमेन्ट गर है त. वाले सुनाइदिसक्यो, हैन? मैले बन्जी जम्प गरेको थिएँ कि 2007 मा पोडेकोशीमा, हैन? अनि मैले युट्युबमा अपलोड गरेर राखेर रहेछु, हैन? अनि आई कम्प्लिटली फरगट. बिचमा जाऊ त, बिचमा त्यो 2 मिनेटतिर अझ बिच 2 मिनेट त्यहाँ. ओके, अलिकति पछाडि. ओके, अलिकति हो. यहाँ है. I check this out ल. I've never shown this ever. Long hair. अहिले मैले सोच्छु कि मैले किन गरेँ होला भनेर के.
What? Bungee ki upload?
Bungee.
You don't like bungees?
No, I love bungees, but this was my first like adrenaline thing of this magnitude that I did in my life.
You know what I decided to do on my bachelorette?
What?
Bungee. I made everybody bungee.
How old were you?
During my bachelorette, मेरो bachelor party.
अस्ति
3 वर्ष अगाडि.
3 वर्ष अगाडि, हैन?
I said ल को
सबैजना
bachelor party मा को जाने आइज. तर सबैले यो गर्नुपर्छ. Whoever uttered it did it.
अपलोड गरेछ? छैन नि, हैन? हैन?
म त I love it. That's why I think I told you about like skydiving.
Yeah.
I have to do it in my lifetime. And I don't want to do tandem.
You want
have to do it,
you
like,
want to learn how to skydive.
I want to learn
how to skydive. And just like you got to do X amount of jumps, and then you get
It's just like
A
underwater.
license. Yeah, you get an A license. and then you're good to go.
एउटा certain ठ्याक्क earth I want to go up त्यति I want to go down त्यति
Up there you go really up. Down you can go for a limited time. A limited.
to a point where I don't need oxygen तल त चाहियो okay
Dude, okay, no question. I really don't. When I reflect back, you know, why did I do all these things? You're slightly closer, okay? You're slightly closer to pushing your limits, okay? तिमी पानी मुनि हुन्छौ नि हैन पानी मुनिको अर्कै फिलिङ हुन्छ के तिमी एक्लै हुन्छौ
I am absolutely okay with that anyway
दुईजना बडी सिस्टम हुन्छ कि अन्डर वाटर स्कुबा डाइभ गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ नि यु डोन्ट गो अन्डर वाटर अलोन यु अलवेज गो विथ समबडी लाइक अ बडी होइन बट युआर अलोन के अनि when you skydive, of course you're with somebody else, right? But you're kind of alone. Anything when you ride a bike, a bike or a bike with a motor, you're alone. Okay? These are things that are fun, enjoyable. Like these are things that take you to high speed. It's like if you're doing for recreation, it's something else. Okay? Why do people climb mountains? Like why do people go to this crazy mountain where there's nothing alive? You're pushing your body to the limits. You're practically killing yourself. Like you're slowly dying. After 8,000 meters, you're slowly dying. Why do they do that? Why do people do some crazy extreme sports? It's something that makes them feel alive at that moment. Okay?
that's what I'm trying to say
All right? You're a moment छ के हैन म र मेरो dive master it's so crazy म र मेरो dive master I'm certified to go 30 meters हैन म र मेरो dive master हामी फिलिपिन्समा I'm very lucky with this के हुन्छ नि I've been able to travel the world फिलिपिन्समा हामी 30 meters तल थियो अनि एउटा जहाज छ के हैन there's a airplane underwater हैन बरका आइल्यान्डमा अनि त्यो underwater airplaneमा चाहिँ हामी गएको थियौँ अनि त्यो गरिरहेको थियो अनि मेरो dive master चाहिँ मलाई आइज भनेर भने के हैन अनि हुन्छ भनेर नि उसलाई फलो गर्दै गएँ कि म हामी 34 मिटरसम्म पुगेको थियो कि हैन अनि त्यहाँ पुगिसकेपछि यस्तो गरेर देखायो कि मलाई हुन्छ नि अनि मैले त्यतिखेर मैले रियलाइज गरिनँ कि हुन्छ नि हैन तर स्लोप जस्तो छ अनि देयर इज कम्प्लिट डार्कनेस के स्लोप उज्यालो अँध्यारो छ कि हुन्छ नि हैन अभियसली हामी त्यहाँ जान मिल्दैन हैन तर उसले मलाई हेर भनेर देखाएको थियो कि पछि उसले मलाई भने कि त्यो कति डेप्थ छ तैँले कल्पना पनि गर्न सक्दैनस् तर एटलिस्ट तैँले यहाँ बसेर चाहिँ तैँले हेर्न त सकिस् नि त भनेर उसले मलाई भनेको थियो कि
मलाई भाकै थियो that is what I'm trying to talk to you about with underwater त्यो जुन रिजोर्टमा बसेको थियो नि that cliff you can only see darkness यार when I say 50 meters it's crazy depths यसरी हेर्दाखेरि अँध्यारै छ होइन at one point you know what happened I think I told this Austin I think I told you about this also there's this one lady
yeah
होइन अनि त्यो अँध्यारोबाट एउटा टर्टल आएको क्या के छ क्या अब त्यहाँ के छ क्या अस्ति नि डिड यु वाच त्यो क्रिस्टियन स्टुअर्ट
कोके
भ्याम्पायर लेडी राइट क्रिस्टियन स्टुअर्ट
yeah
That's Kristen
yeah होइन युट्युबमा जाऊ
क्रिस्टियन
the other one you're talking about who
Twilight
वाला
What's her name?
oh my god अनुहार आइसक्यो मुखमा
अनुहार आइसक्यो।
उसको न अन्डर वाटर भन्ने नयाँ त्यो
Hey, did you watch it?
No, I get भूतको त म हेर्न सक्दिनँ
It's not भूत।
भूत सक्दिनँ म
It's not भूत।
भूतमा सक्दिनँ
ए बाबा,
केही न
it's
केही
not
छ
भूत।
त्यसमा
केही न केही छ।
मैले पढेँ नि त त्यसको सिनोप्सिस ब्रो लाइक त्यस IMDb मा पढेँ मैले भूत जस्तो छ
It's not a भूत It's not a भूत त्यसमा भूत छैन ओके बट
केही न केही छ
केही न केही छ।
होइन म चाहिँदैन म सुत्नु मन छ मलाई I want to god damn it sleep at night I don't need that shit in my
No, it doesn't fuck you up. That movie doesn't fuck you up. Like, I'll tell you
watch
that
the
much.
movie called Exorcism of Emily Rose
Yeah, Baba,
and then
I've watched it like यसरी पनि
and
उसरी
then-
पनि यसरी पनि I've watched that movie so many
watch
times.
the movie called The Shining
I've watched Shining also.
and then go stay in that house in that hotel होइन after that होइन हुँदैन कि मलाई चाहिँदैन त्यो anyways please
So you see that this is what I'm trying to tell you. There was one trip that I had while I smoked up. डरै लाग्नु छोड्यो.
I don't smoke up, so I don't.
It's not like I do it right now either, but I'm trying to tell you, there is more things you need to be afraid of that you know
No.
than you don't.
Underwater.
Trust me when I say this, and listen to me when I say this.
Go for it.
There are more things that you need to be afraid of that you already know
Then things that you don't know.
than things that you do not understand and know. मलाई मान्छेसँग डर लाग्छ भूतसँग भने जस्तै हो क्या त्यही भन्नु खोजेको मैले.
How do you want to keep your mental health on check from time to time?
Eat well, move your body. That's it. You know the best thing about us? The more हामी आफ्नो जिउ चलाउँदैन नि, हामीले हाम्रो जिउ जति कम चलाउँछ नि त्यति नै कम हाम्रो त्यो फ्रिक्वेन्सीमा हामी भाइब्रेट हुन्छ क्या. Do I have to say this in English also?
No, you don't have to.
So we all have vibration, and हाम्रो आफ्नो एउटा frequency छ क्या. There's a happy frequency, there's a sad frequency, depressed frequency. All labels है फेरि.
The migraine go 5 kilometers भने जस्तो.
No. Frequencies as in we're all made up of atoms. They're always moving. They never land at the same place. There's a certain vibration. Okay? Nikola Tesla le पनि search गरेको त्यही नै हो. Everything is frequency. That's why 369 money. Look into it. When people are at a point in their lives when they are vibrating at low frequencies is when they go through sadness, anger, depression, a lot of these things. You want to get out of it, move your body. Just stand up, start shaking. You'll feel 10,000 times better.
If you run,
If you
even
run,
better.
if you cycle, if you swim, just move your body. That's all they're all trying to say.
So that's your mantra?
That is my mantra.
Interesting.
And look where Aile society is progressing. Everything is AI. You don't have to do jack.
Down the road, it's going to be even more crazier. People
It's
are going to
gonna
be
be
very lonely. Your cinema is horror भन्ने. I'm not going to be surprised if people down the road start falling in love with the computer.
छ होला नि अहिले नै. छ होला नि, किन होला. If people can obsess over anime, I won't be surprised. No, nothing wrong about that. But then, I don't get it.
Off time, सबै थोकबाट सबै थोकबाट अफ टाइम. किताबबाट पनि भन्न खोजेँ है मैले होइन, सबै थोकबाट केही न केही कुरा दिमागमा हालिरहन्छ नि हामीले पनि. जहिले पनि हालिरहन्छ नि त दिमागमा. Constant feeding of information. May it be books, newspapers, articles, social media, God knows all the digital, everything, even with people पनि के. Like, I'm feeding you some kind of information right now. You're feeding me some kind of information right now. हुन्छ नि होइन. Like, no information. Okay? Just dud, dead. Like, silence. I think that's required as well. Okay?
Absolutely.
Not a lot, Fili.
Absolutely. Your running is your meditation. Whatever kind of exercise that you do is your meditation. Meditation does not mean you sit down and then you breathe and you close your eyes. It is not.
The passion, okay? Like the thing that Ayushman,
Passion is very ekdam subjective. People are going crazy not finding their passion.
Passion.
People are going crazy because they don't know what they want to do with their lives. Just live. Just be a good human being. Don't hurt people. Don't be an asshole.
Follow your passion. Okay. Follow your passion. Everything is going to come together. Right? What do you think of this statement?
I don't believe in it. I don't believe in it. What is passion? People are trying to find their passion continuously. I know for a fact that I'm trying to find passion. I'm passionate about sketching. I'm passionate about reading books. I'm passionate about learning new things. But that's it. No. There's only one you believe in reincarnation, whatever, whatnot. होइन तर एउटा यो बोकेर पाएको छ हामीले the body. With my understanding of life is the consciousness. It's going to move to another bokra one day. So अहिले जे छ त्यसलाई रमाउनु, just don't hurt people, just live your life. अहिले अब as society progresses, we understand that we don't need much to be happy. That's the reason why, okay, as soon as I entered this room, I said, I love the fact that you decluttered.
Yeah.
People are going to understand that you do not need all these things that you see on social media to actually reach this make-believe world of happiness. You don't need an X amount of money. You don't need an X amount of cars, whatever. Partners, no. एकदम limited चीज मात्रै छ क्या हामीलाई चाहिने. That can actually just be like, okay, यो छ, यो छैन, let's work to it, let's work on it, let's get it. पुग्दो रहेछ कि धेरै चिज चाहिँदैन. What are you going to do with like a 2,000 acre को land and what are you going to do? What are you going to do? There's not much.
What do you think we need the most? सबसे चाहिने के होला त्यसमा?
त्यसैले त मैले भनेको. The thing that I want people to do is inner work. Inner work. We're so busy. Like, अहिले पनि, I'll be honest, when I'm listening to uni, I'm just trying to win you with something that I already know that you might be going through. Okay? And then I have to be like, pull myself back and be like, okay, just listen. Just listen. Why are we always trying to make a point? Why are we always trying to stand out? Ultimately, everybody's trying to do that, right? Just stand out from the crowd. There's this thing that Andrew Tate said in the recent podcast that I watched. He said, when there's a mass killing, newsma aune belama 12,000 people died and Andrew Tate types thing. Is that really important for everybody? No, ni. Everybody just wants to live their life. Only there's Matt. I can't pronounce his last name, surname. The YouTuber, he does like a lot of these minimalist. He actually made a new video.
I like that guy.
So calm. He's so another. He came out and he just said, I tried to grow my business. I tried to grow YouTube, but turns out I don't want it to be that big. So he fired everybody, and now he's running his YouTube channel by himself. Because that's all that he required to be happy, isn't it?
Sure.
And then he talked with this other YouTuber who's got like 10, 15 people who's working under him. And he asked the question, are you happy with the growth of your YouTube channel, with growing? And he said, yeah. So it's person to person. Yeah. There's a passion, because so many examples out there. Like Shah Rukh Khan for me is an example of the pinnacle of fame. But I don't want to live his life. His life started when his parents died. Do I really want that? No. Would you, in your right mind, leave Delhi, go to Mumbai and look for this one girl that you fell in love with? I'll find somebody else who looks like her. That's his life. You know his life as much as I do. I'm also a very big fan of him. So, I don't have like an idol. I used to idolize Johnny Depp. Bro got into like this big debacle with that lady. Do I want that? No, I don't want that. So you just kind of just look around, just see, just live your life. Don't stand out. You want to stand out, do it with the work that you do. If people appreciate it, good. Fame for me is like this one pamphlet you get when you buy a magazine. The भित्र pamphlet.
Oh, well said, yes. Oh.
That's it. You open it, it falls. You're like, hey, okay. And then maybe you just throw it away. That's it. That's what fame is for me.
No,
it'll come with the work that you do.
No, that's very well said. And as a like the work that you do, like what do you think that gets you going? Which, if you had to pick like one thing, what's something that gets you going? Is creating like amazing stories?
No.
Is it that?
No.
Then?
For me, it's always been, my end goal will be to help people. To just help people. Because the reason why I will agree to come to shows like this is, in the back of my mind, I'm actually going like, I want to talk about problems in the world. I want to tell people that they're not really problems. We're just glorifying them. The reason why you think that you're going through something is because somewhere in the world somebody titled it. People were going through it back in the day also, but there weren't any labels. They were too busy having to live. Life wasn't easy. So they didn't put their minds, dwell garena kya. Right now, I'm at a point in this book where there's this guy, Emmett Fox, he came up with this mental challenge, 10-day mental challenge.
What is it about?
It's about not dwelling upon negative thoughts for 10 days straight. Every time you do have a negative thought, do not spend more than a minute on it. Try it. And the next time you have another negative thought and you catch yourself dwelling on it, restart your 10 days. Even if it's on the 9th.
That's such a nice way of putting it. You know what I do? जमानामा एउटा सलमान खानको मुभी थियो क्या हैन मुभीको नाम बिर्सेँ मैले हैन रिस उठ्ने बित्तिकै युज टु काउन्ट के 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 By the time you said 10
Anger is gone already.
It's gone already.
For me, it was my grandfather. He said, anger is one word, one letter short of danger, and it's stuck. That's it. That's all he said. And I was like, oh, त्यो त हो यार.
Oh, है साँच्ची when you think about it. मैले त्यसरी कहिले उनै गरेको थिएन.
That's what my grandfather said.
But you have to dream, yeah, Ayushman. I know, of course, there are going to be problems. There are going to be 1,000 things that do not work your way, I know. But you have to dream, and you have to dream big. That's my whole saying to everybody. You have to dream. सपना देख्नुपर्छ.
त्यो देख्नै पर्छ.
ठुलो सपना देख्नुपर्छ.
Everything that's around us was a dream at one point, was a thought. The headphones that you're wearing, the mic that धेरैजनाले भनिसक्यो. And it's true. It's just one of those facts again. So I understand what you're trying to say.
I know. As a good man, like what do you sit at home and dream?
It's more than a dream. What gives me the most satisfaction is to see a smile on somebody else's face who came to me with a frown.
Does it happen often?
It happens often. I've realized that a lot of people come to me for advice or just to talk. And that is one of the biggest achievements I've had in my life, because I've been once in my life titled as somebody who doesn't listen. And it's a big achievement for me, because people will only come to those who listen. I told somebody, when you're going through something, you're not out there, you're not reaching out for somebody for them to remind you of your shortcomings or your weaknesses or the problems that you're going through. People don't reach out for that. They don't want to listen to that. They already know that. They just want to be heard. And that is what I want to do. I want to lend an ear. I want to lend an ear, and then I'm helping somebody. I'm helping a few friends out also. I just want to let them know. Yeah. I'm not going to disclose anything.
No, of course not.
The thing is, I mean, it's those similar cheeseharuma gaira huncha. The thing that I want to do is, especially with men, because I'm like, you're not focused completely on that, but I feel as though us men, we're going to have it very hard at one point in our lives. We're going to have it very hard. The men are going to have it very, very tough at one point.
Elaborate.
Mental health, people are talking about it. Very good. Very, very good. Men have been taught not to speak about their emotions. I know. You open conspiracy, and I don't want to tick anybody off, but I'll be very careful when I say this. That is why I stick to just one gender. the people that I associate with, the people who I am surrounded with are, a lot of them are men. And I've realized that sometimes when I say something, they open up like anything. And it's like, they're my guinea pigs.
Hmm.
I'm not testing them. I'm going with the flow with them. But I've realized that केटा मान्छेलाई पनि बोल्न मन छ.
Of course.
बोल्न मन छ. That they're so afraid of how they're going to be judged that they choose to stop at a certain point. And I want to talk about that. I actually want to talk about that.
Start a podcast. I'll help you out with it.
I already have it. I've already written it down. I've reached a few
Do it at ours.
investors as well.
We'll take care of everything. I know you can. I know you can do it.
The biggest thing is, especially in South Asia, I'd say, because we're such a man-led society. Fragile masculinity toxic masculinity Masculinity is not wrong. To be masculine is not wrong. There is toxic masculinity. There is fragile masculinity. But masculinity is not wrong. It's not bad. Feminine energy, masculine energy. सबैमा छ, केटामा पनि छ, केटीमा पनि छ. You have to know how to balance it. That's why I keep saying there's a yin and a yang. Life is balance. There's a God and then त्यसैको ठ्याक्क opposite. There is something there. There is a black to the white.
Well, let me ask you this right now. If you start a podcast, what are you going to name it?
I can't come up with that right now.
I just came up with something. I'm going to tell you off air right now.
Off air.
You're really nice, man. You should totally
No,
start.
I really want to do that. Malai, the only thing that I'm most that holds me back from this is because I can talk about it for days. I need somebody who needs to be able to open up to talk about it too. But then Malai Priyankale अस्ति नै पनि भन्यो, it depends on you. How much you can open the layers of the onion that you have in front of you.
How did Priyanka's podcast came to play?
The pregnancy one.
Yeah.
It's
beautiful.
Really well.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. How did you guys make it work? How did you guys get started with it?
Just straight up. We contacted people.
Conversation got it, just started it off.
Yeah.
Just started. Just started. But you have to be honest with yourself.
That's what I'm trying to say. But Malai चाहिँ, what I feel I need people to talk about are the things that they're holding themselves back from talking about.
I'll help you out with this right now. I'll give you a super simple example. You just call your friends.
सुरुमै
अरू कोहीसँग नगर कि होइन कति एपिसोड छ हाम्रो जहाँ मेरो साथीहरूसँग बसेर कुरा गरेको छु मैले कहिले हेयर पनि गरेको छैन त्यो कहिले पनि हेयर गर्दैन होला होइन साथीसँग बसेर कुरा गर्न Just start with
I
that.
can do that.
Start
That
with
is
that.
not a problem. I don't have anything.
Do you have things to hide?
No. Not at all. I am scared that people have things to hide that they will not be able to talk about on the show.
You won't know till the time you get started with.
That's the thing, no? And that is, Augie, when you were talking about the information thing, there's a term to it now. It's called productive procrastination.
What?
Yeah.
What's that?
That is us being introduced to all these things that help us maintain our sanity. Meditation, how to be a stoic, how to control your life in a proper way, how to exercise like David Goggins, how to...
Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, run. Yeah, run. God damn it, run.
There's so much out there that you are just there like this guy just taking that information in, not doing jack. That is called productive procrastination.
रमाइलो हुन्छ नि त
रमाइलो त हुन्छ
रातिको 12 बजे बसेर इन्स्टाग्राममा रिल्स हेर त अरू मान्छेले गरेको कुरा कम मजा आउँछ भोलि बिहान उठेर म गर्छु भन्ने
हुन्छ तर गर्छ But at the same time, I know, Austin, there was this one thing we were talking about. Me and my mom were talking about it. They conducted this experiment where they had a group of people अनि जिन्दगीमा कहिले पनि पियानो नबजाएकोलाई Just close your eyes and imagine that you can. One person practiced every day, the other one did nothing. The amount of progress that people had without the piano present was close to the people that had the piano present. Okay? And they used to do that with basketball players as well. It's in this book as well. So that's interesting.
And you know, when I think about it, यो कुरा भन्दाखेरि हैन Bruce Lee को quote हो के यो हैन, if I'm not mistaken हैन, I'm not afraid of the person who knows how to kick 1,000 different ways के. I'm afraid of a person who's practiced 1,000 times how to do the same kick.
kick. Yeah.
So same thing. With this, what I've realized is after doing 400 episodes, maybe I know a little bit, slightly more when it comes to doing this, right? You are going to be awesome with it. Start it.
Okay.
I know, I'm generally saying this. I know. Like after just sitting with you one-to-one, God knows, an hour, you should totally start it. Whatever push you need, mark my words, I'll give it to you every single morning or every single evening. You should totally start it. You know, if you really want to have this urge deep down inside, not just service level, to help people, then you should totally go ahead and do it. मैले एकदम जेन्युन वेमा भने कि यो हुन्छ नि हैन, छ भने मनमा कतै न कतै त्यो स्पार्क अलिकति आछ भने हुन्छ नि हैन, अथवा अलि ठुलै बलिरहेछ भने हैन, एक्सप्रेस इट.
छ मलाई त द थिङ इज मैले आफैले पनि फेस गरेर मेरो फ्यामिली मेम्बर्सले फेस गरेर पनि मलाई आई वान्ट टु टक अबाउट इट. आई डोन्ट वान्ट टु बी एन एडभोकेट अफ मेन. नो, आई जस्ट वान्ट टु से इफ देयर इज एनीबडी युर लुकिङ हुन्छ नि सपोर्ट फ्रम, आई एम देयर म्यान. And I do the same thing with my friends. I'll do that to you as well. You know, you're not a wimp. You're not a wimp. You want to talk about something? Talk about it. You want to talk about your girlfriend and your relationship? Talk about it. I'm not going to judge you. I went through something like that, and I didn't have anybody to talk to. मेरो त कोही पनि थिएन त्यो बेलामा. मैले आफैले डिल गर्नु पर्यो. तर त्यसको repercussions के थियो? त्यसको consequences के थियो? I will share with you. I will not be there and be like, छोड्दै अरू जति पनि आउँछ. No. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be an. I want to say, you love this person. You want to spend the rest of your life with them. You don't? All right, fine. Get out of it. You do? Let's work on this. Let's work on you. You can't force the other person to do anything. Let's work on you. Maybe you're not good at listening. Maybe there are certain expectations that your partner is trying to get out of you. You're not getting it. That is what I want to talk about. That is what I want to talk about. I want to talk about how they were raised. Maybe there are things that you believe in that other people see, but you don't. Yeah? And let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Does being an asshole one of those things that you require to be successful? I want to talk about that. Because most of the time we see that. And that is what is advertised. You see these rappers, you see these actors. I'm an actor. I've had times when I'm having like the worst kind of thoughts in my head because I had to sit through a family turmoil. And I had to show my face in front of hundreds of audience and just be like, I've had that. And at one point I lost it and I'm just like, and there's this one person who came with love. I was like, Aile na yaar, ja. And that is what is advertised. And maybe that person was going through something. I want to talk about these things. You know? The reason why मलाई यसको बारेमा कुरा गर्न मन लागेको is because हाम्रो नेपालमा चाहिँ त्यति धेरै छैन क्या. Internationally छ. There's this one show called, I don't know if you know about it, Man Enough. You know about it, right? That hit me, man. That hit me. It wasn't the revelation of my life, but then that was so nice, क्या. Because मैले पहिलेदेखि त्यही चिज सोचिरहेको, this guy actually materialized it, क्या. And I don't need to be the first for everything. Like you said, it's not impossible, it's a necessity. I want to be somebody who provides this. No. That is what I want to talk about.
None. You can call it, let's talk about that. No, you should totally do it. Ayushman, you should totally do it. Like, whatever you need, like, we'll provide. Like, if you ever want it, like, provide, done. It's ready. Start.
Chalo.
Just think about see how it works, right? It's the person it's the other person who comes and sits with you, okay? My day is made today because I sat with you. There are times when my day is not made when I've sat down with my guests. But I've learned something, okay? About myself. This table is more about trying to figure myself out
Than the other person.
than the other person. Can you believe that?
Yeah, absolutely.
2010, when I did the TV show, it was not that. I was doing an interview. I sat down with 500, 700 people in 2010, 11, 12, Nepal television. Over the 15 years of radio, I was trying to figure the other person out. The crazy thing about this is, I figured myself out more in 2.5 years than I had figured myself out in the remainder of my existence. So, I think it's a fantastic thing for you to do it. I don't know why. You're going to be great at it. But you shouldn't know that you're great at it, okay?
I don't.
You don't even need to know. You just do your thing.
Yeah. I just wanted. I'm very passionate about it. That's one of my passions. There you go.
Do you want to go back to cinema? It's not like you've gone away from it.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you want to like completely immerse yourself into it as well?
One of my manifestations is an Oscar.
Ooh, that's a big word. Oscar.
If you don't believe it, it's written right here. And I wrote it down a long time ago.
Hey? Oof. लेखेर है.
So you get like, in this book, there is personal development goals that you have to write down. Which I've written down right here. And then I want to be better.
Nice handwriting, bro.
And be able to showcase in the world. I want to win an Oscar. Right?
Nice handwriting, man.
Thank you. I need this, but you have like toys and adventure goals as well. There's a few things. There's contribution goals. I want to advocate mental health in men.
Yeah.
That's one of the first things that I wrote. Cursive चाहिँ झनै राम्रो छ.
यार यो चाहिँ मलाई मेरो एकजना साथीले सिकायो कि होइन राम्रो कुरा छ भने भनिहाल्नु रे कि कसै राम्रो लुगा लगाएर हिँडिरहेछ भने तिमीलाई मन पर्यो अब होइन तिमीलाई मन पर्यो तिम्रो आँखालाई चाहिँ सुदिङ लाग्यो अथवा तिमीलाई ठिक लाग्यो भने भनिदिनु रे कि वाउ कस्तो राम्रो देखेको
I do that.
बुझेँ नि मैले भन्नु खोजेको कुरा होइन
I look at people and I'll be like कस्तो राम्रो जुत्ता हो made their day no maybe that made their day
त्यो त छँदै छ होइन तिमीलाई राम्रो लाग्यो तिमीले भनिदियो अब तिम्रो ह्यान्डराइटिङमा राम्रो लाग्यो हुन्छ नि मैले भनेँ नि त होइन I didn't wait for like a while I saw it I was like wow so nice handwriting हुन्छ नि होइन like it should come naturally रे के rather than त्यो अर्को व्यक्तिलाई राम्रो लाग्ला भन्नुभयो it just comes now it comes very naturally to me के हुन्छ नि फ्याट्ट भनिदिने के हुन्छ नि राम्रो छ त राम्रो छ होइन नराम्रो कुरालाई चाहिँ बरु if I have nothing nice to say I'll not say it.
Yeah. No, that's just you have to be accepted by society also. No, you can't just go around and be like, oh, nice ass.
Yeah, bro. Tata motais, tata dublais. त्यो हो के initial start चाहिँ हुन्छ नि हैन.
You know what the thing is? You don't think we get that?
We
get that like left, right, and center. अस्ति भर्खर पनि we went to this salon हैन.
We भने?
Me and Priyanka. I don't know who that person was. But Priyanka पहिला थियो त्यो salonमा and then I entered. And then the person just went, तपाईं त मोटाएछ है अहिले. And I said, yeah. मोटाए यार म त अहिले. And then I did this and left. Swear. मलाई कस्तो पोइन्टमा पुगिसक्यो भने नि you do not tell me anything. I don't understand why you need to टिप्पणी my outer being. That person had actually done the same thing to Priyanka रहेछ. And we were having this chat while we were leaving that salon. And she said like कस्तो हुन्छ है मान्छेहरू कहिले दुब्लायो भने पनि धेरै दुब्लायो मोटायो भने पनि धेरै मोटायो. You know what I said? उनीहरूले जे भन्छ नि हो भन्दियो त्यसपछि end of story.
ठीक है
सकेन That's what I actually practice with people who have यस्तो खालको मान्छेहरू हुन्छ नि मै हुँ types. You know what I do? And I tell people also, जसले मै हुँ गर्छ नि त्यसलाई झन् मै हुँ गराइदियो. You know why? The higher you go, the harder you fall. And karma will take care of that. You don't have to do jack. कसैले मलाई फुई गर्न थाल्यो भने त हो र अझै भन्नुहोस्. I love doing that.
How do you think people see you?
They see me the way that I want them to see me.
How you project yourself?
How I project myself. And I'm very conscious about that. I have a lot of faces that I carry. And I'm very selective about it.
That's why the onions and the peeling of the onions. Okay?
That's why I said it. No. That's why I told you, Tagi. How it matters how I peel the layers of the other onion that I have in front of me, Nita. Because I'm the mediator. I have to click the buttons right. I have to know where to. So I'm just up a procrastination by it. I'm like, do I have to sit with them before I do the podcast? Do I have to know them better? Do I have to ask them if they're comfortable talking about it? Because it's a very sensitive topic, and not a lot of people are going to be open about talking about their lives and putting it out on the internet where it's always going to be there. That is my biggest challenge. That's the one thing that keeps, I keep going back to it. Okay?
You're dwelling too much on it.
I'm dwelling too much about it.
तिमीले धेरै नै सोचे त्यसको बारेमा चाहिँ त्यो मान्छेलाई चाहिँ कस्तो लाग्ला भनेर होइन या मेरो गेस्टलाई चाहिँ कस्तो होला भनेर होइन डोन्ट डुवेल अन द्याट आई युज टु डुवेल अन द्याट आई डोन्ट डुवेल अन इट एनिमोर किनभने कतिजनालाई मैले चिन्छु कतिजनालाई मैले चिन्दिनँ नि त होइन हाउ द कन्भर्सेसन इज गोना फ्लो इज नट अप टु यु इफ इट वाज अ इन्टरभ्यू you had 20 questions.
And you had to finish it.
And you had to finish it. You have 30 minutes, you're done. I sat down with, I think, two of my friends here, who I had never met in my life. Both of them do research-based YouTube videos, in this country. One is called In-Depth Story, one is called Nepali Comment. We sat down for, I think, 7 hours or something like that.
Wow.
किनभने सकेन यति भोग्लाएर हामी निस्क्यो होइन किनभने यति धेरै कथा छ यति धेरै काण्डहरू छ होइन यो देशमा भएको काण्डमाथि 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 काण्ड अब त्यो जाँदै नजाउँ त्यसमा होइन त्यहाँसम्म त हामी पुग्नै भ्याएन सो वी डिसाइडेड ओके इन 6 months we're going to meet again and then we'll make a pile of all the kandas that came out in 6 months and then we'll sit down every 6 months to sort out the kandas. It'll probably take us 2 days to sort out all the kandas होइन so yeah You never know who you're going to sit with. So just start. This is me saying as a friend, as a brother, just start it. After 3 episodes, after sitting with 3 people, you'll figure out that maybe I don't enjoy it at all. Ayushman, if I didn't enjoy doing this, I wouldn't do it at all.
Of course. Why would you do it for 400 to 500 episodes?
I won't do it at all. I'll go to some random country with the ocean and then just stay there and upload scuba diving, underwater, fishes.
It's a wrong word.
See, so I've made that mistake before. Right?
No, it's all right. You live and you learn. No,
that's what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying. No,
that is one of the learnings I've had. Swear, see, this is me peeling off one of my layers. I was a prick. I was a prick.
How?
मेरो अंग्रेजी राम्रो छ जसको नराम्रो छ त्यसलाई पिक गर्दिने के I was somebody who used to do that and it took my work मेरो self work to understand that oh my god I am an ass and I just decided to keep
so comment गर्ने फ्याट
and I'm not like loud about it I used to be like that Reza. To a point where people we both know have had like the worst thing to say about me. And once I understood that they had something against me because of that, I've had to go and apologize and say, I had no idea I used to do that. I'm so sorry about it. त्यतिको humility चाहिँ मैले सिक्दै गएको अब चाहिँ. Because I can't be going around advocating self-work, हुन्छ नि आफूभित्र inner work and be an ass of myself, no? Make an ass of myself with the people that I know. तर यो, so stuffs, it's a wrong word. And I had somebody day before yesterday who kept on saying it. But I said, I didn't correct that person.
It's okay. It's fine.
All right. It's all right.
It's fine. It's completely fine.
Yeah.
It's completely fine.
Or sheeps. Right? So...
umbrella भनेको बेस्ट हो कि जान्छ नि होइन होइन सरी भन्न चाहिँ मलाई धेरै टाइम लाग्यो अहिले पनि आई मेक अ लट अफ मिस्टेक्स एन्ड देन हुन्छ नि आई प्रब्ली हेभन्ट सेड सरी टु अ लट अफ फ्रेन्ड्स बट आइम लाइक त्यो ओभर टाइम हुँदो रहेछ कि सरी भन्दैन नि हामीले तिमी याद गरेछ
छैन नि भन्दैन नि हामीले धेरै सरी कि एकदम बेसी भन्छ कोही कोही म आई युज टु बी वान अफ द्याट सरी 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 पनि भन्ने पनि एकचोटि टाइम आएको थियो त्यसपछि सरी भन्दैन भन्ने पनि आएको थियो थ्याङ्क यू न So when I said values and etiquette to my daughter, these are the things that I want to tell her.
Sorry and thank you.
Sorries, thank yous, excuse me's. That is nice things to have in a human being. And that is what I want to introduce to her. Like it works with friends. It works in households. And I don't know if you realized, and I'm not going to glorify it as a value, but that was the value for Joshi family. And it stuck around.
Yes, that's great.
And it's a good habit to have, Reza. Or, I'm not a Jew, I don't know if you know that. You bow down to your elders. I actually have that in me. If I meet somebody elder than me, bow garne. I had to stop myself because I can't be going around like, bowing my head to people. Everybody. I had to like, so few things, values I want to introduce to my daughter. And that is it. There are mistakes that she will make because she has to. Because she has to learn from it. You can't control anybody's karma. These are the kind of things that I like to dwell upon also. Generational karma. Some things that your parents or your grandparents did, their karma passes down to you. Can you imagine how terrible that is?
Good karma or bad karma?
Good or bad. Good or bad is very subjective. It depends on the person. It depends on person to person. But karma itself, generational karma, it can pass down.
Consistency is something that you need to remember.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it comes through what? Practice.
You have to remember that.
It comes with practice. That is why I keep saying inner work. How many days does it take to form a habit? I learned it. I want people to know that. You think you're stuck in a loop. Practice something else. We have been exposed to so many things and we're continuously being exposed to it that the best is there and we want it now. But life is actually compound, no? Compound interest. It's the 2%. Art of manifestation, but that's what they teach. She says, it's the 2% changes that compounds to the change. It's the impatience on that. And I just want people to just be like, just take a breath. Do you even know how to breathe right? You probably do because you scuba dive. You're supposed to breathe through your diaphragm, not your chest.
We don't do that.
We don't do that.
Of course not. We don't have time for that shit.
And I'm going around, I taught Priyanka how to do that. I'm teaching, especially the people around me, the people I love, I say, breathe to your stomach. Because you're actually moving your stomach, no? And I tell them, do you remember how Ayanka used to breathe as a child? No, I'm just saying this to the people I love, because children know how to breathe. Because they're not conscious about it. Because that is how we're supposed to breathe. And they breathe through their diaphragm. And that's why their stomach is going up and down and not their chests.
I didn't realize
Babies
that right
breathe
now.
here.
You know what I mean? I didn't realize that. I just realized that right now.
Babies breathe here.
I'm not I don't have kids like babies around.
remind you.
Yeah, to remind me that neither.
Well, I did this when I think I sat down. No. I thought it was okay. Prerna दिसँग हो कि जस्तो लाग्थ्यो हैन. I was doing one of these meditations and then they said, breathe to the stomach, let it pass through to your chest. That was Prerna Di. Prerna Di le soda. Breathe here first, let it fill up to your chest, let it fill up to your throat. That is the maximum amount of air you can put in. Breathe out from your throat, then to your from your chest, then to your stomach. But it came from here, no. It came here, no, first. And look at everybody right now. Take a deep breath. It's not how it works. That's not how it works. It's down here, Nita.
Start a podcast. Whatever you need.
We'll do it.
No. Start a podcast.
Have you eaten?
Prerna, I'll tell you this. Prerna recently, I don't know why. I'm saying I say this. अस्ति के भएको थियो भने Prerna मेरोमा आएको थियो अनि त्यसपछि Prerna बसिरहेको थियो अनि I said something के प्याच मैले भन्ने हैन. You know me हुन्छ नि हैन. प्याच मैले एक थोक भन्ने अनि Prernaले sit. Very few people in this world can say that to me right now. Sit. I was like, okay. And they say, I'll give you this class, 10 minutes. And then, of course, there was something that we discussed. Mark my words, that really helped me out.
It does.
But I never realized that somebody had to sit me down and then say that to me. बुझेँ नि मैले भने हैन कति थोक अरू कसैले भन्दियो भने हैन त्यो पर्सपेक्टिभ पाउँछ के तर हामी कस्तो भइसक्यो भने म आफै पनि हैन लाइक छैन नि त मसँग टाइम हैन कसैले मलाई बस भन्यो भने यतिकै बस्दैन नि त लाइक त्यो पोजिसनमा पुगिसकेँ म जहाँ मेरो मेन्टालिटी नै त्यो पुगिसक्यो कि मसँग समय छैन हैन र so when somebody else is gonna come in and sit for 10 minutes.
Basically, you let your ego down in front of Prerna. No. You're only building up your ego. Whatever success you've acquired as of yet is only feeding your ego.
That plus I have 50 things to do.
Do you really?
Maybe I do, right? You getting me what I'm trying to say? I'm going to make sure that I have 50 things to do because I'm occupied. Sure. Now you know what I mean. And then when somebody like Prerna comes in and goes like, sit. Okay, I'll sit. Okay, I'll sit. And I sat down and that 10 minutes helped me out. And I've never thanked Prerna. I'm waiting for Prerna to come back from wherever she is. Dubai. Wherever she is. Because she's doing, we're producing, I just want to say it, we're producing a show for Prerna.
I'm already invited.
I know. She texted you. So I already know that Prerna is going to change a lot of lives. She already is doing that, but now with digital, she's going to change a lot of lives. And as soon as we started, and as soon as you should totally do it. I'm like, do it. Don't wait. And if you wait, more you know how I am. I'm like, I'm after life. If I think that you'll be able to go ahead and change one person's life, done. That's the game that I'm into.
That is my biggest satisfaction. See, I'm not gonna go around saying you don't need money. You do.
Of course you do.
There's literally a blank piece of paper in this one book that says fill in whatever it is, adventures and toys that you want to manifest. I couldn't stop. The page wasn't enough. And I say this because you know what my biggest fear was once? I'll tell you, look, I don't know if I've told anybody this. My mom went to show me a bomb or whatever life, and you know what she came back saying? गुरुले त तिमी सन्यास हुन्छ भन्दै रे म सन्यास हुन्छ भन्दै रे के
सन्यासी
हुन्छ रे म I didn't know what the hell that was first. अनि खोजेँ and then turns out abstinence from sex, abstinence from all the good things in life, abstinence from meat. कति रहेछ क्या? I'm like, that is not happening.
So is that one of your biggest fears?
I am running away from being a sadhu.
Yeah. A sadhuji.
I am running away from being a sadhu.
Well, you're sounding like one, my brother. So we're gonna make sure that you head on towards the opposite direction, man. We're gonna make sure of that. All right, I'm gonna invite me as one of the top 10 guests of your podcast.
Absolutely, you're already invited. Because I need people who can talk.
Kotha धेरै छ.
Kata धेरै छ.
When I started, I'll tell you this, and I'll end with this. When I started, I had to tell a lot of people about what this word podcast means. शब्द के हो भनेर हैन किनभने इन्टरभ्यू बेस्ड थियो नि त प्रश्नै थियो म पनि आफैले नै फिगर आउट गर्न खोजिरहेको थिएँ हाउ टु डु दिस हैन एभ्रीबडी त नभनु तर लट अफ पिपल सेड 1 घन्टाभन्दा धेरै कसरी कुरा गर्ने 1 घन्टासम्म कुरा कन्भर्सेसन होल्ड गर्ने मान्छे नै छैन मान्छे नै हुँदैन पुग्दैन किनभने घन्टाको लिमिट थियो नि त 45 minutes 60 minutes that was the limit that was the pinnacle of the limit for here because nobody had crossed that. People had probably crossed that, but it was not aired probably. Or mass ma gareko thiएन हैन. I always said, I'll not put a time limit. राख्दिन ल time limit ल जतिसुकै होस् regardless of whatever happens. It can go on and on and on and on and on. So you should never put any limits for what you're trying to do. So again, I'm trying to push you on this. Start your own. It's gonna be like बोल्ने मान्छे भन्दा पनि at the end of the day when that person comes to you, your energy is gonna make sure that that person says what that person is going through in their gut, in their mind, in their heart, whatever, in every atoms or every frequencies that they have.
No, it works. It actually happens. I've noticed it.
So you have that energy, you know?
So
why do you think I came to Taza? Okay, I came to Taza. Because it's your energy that pulled me there, that I'm just going to go to Ayushman. That's how. You're getting what I'm trying to say? Like, मैले 4 चोटि सोच्नै परेन नि त नि हैन लाइक सिधै त्यहाँ गए अनि हिजो भर्खर मैले यहाँ तल कुरा गरेको थिएँ मेरो साथीको रेस्टुरेन्ट छ कि नजिकै हैन अनि उसलाई मैले 6 महिनापछि देखाएँ होला उसलाई देख्ने बित्तिकै ए आउ न पर्खाल चढेर आयो कि मेरोमा हैन ऊ आयो हामी दुईजना बस्यो यतिकै ऱ्यान्डमली कफी खायो 5 मिनट स्पेन्ड गर्यो पर्खाल ऊ नागेर गयो हैन तर मैले उसलाई भने के तिमीसँग कुरा गर्दाखेरि मलाई त्यो सोच्नै पर्दैन के तिमीले मैले इन्स्टेन्टली ए तिमी आउ न भनेर भने ऊ आयो हैन अनि बस्यो कुरा गर्यो अनि गयो हैन सो त्यो हुन्छ नि देयर आर सम पिपल द्याट यु जस्ट कनेक्ट विथ एन्ड सम पिपल प्रब्ली यु डोन्ट your top 10 or top 20 or top 50 guests needs to be maybe are going to be people who you probably cannot connect with. Then imagine you do that.
There's something that I keep saying every time I get a new character to play for a movie. And it's rotekai cha ke maile tyo chiz. I say I am a blank piece of paper, a white blank piece of paper, especially to the director. Do you have a red pen on you? Do you have a green pen on you? Blue or black? It's up to you to borrow whatever it is that you want. And it is my job to portray it. But I come with a lot of questions. I come with a lot of questions. And I hope you have all the answers. That's what I used to say. Right now, I'm not doing movies because I'm just not attracted to it at the moment. I don't. Right now, I just want to work on myself. I want to work on myself. And the reason why I'm going around, I'm meeting friends after like a decade.
Yeah. It's nice, I know.
Oh, man. And it's not like I'm going back to 10 years ago and being a bum. It's saying, all right, man, you've come a long way. I've come a long way. What are you going through right now? Because this is what I'm going through, bro. And I am losing it. I just want to cry in front of somebody. Can I cry in front of you? I've done that, and it's been working. And I just want to be a safe space for them right now. You know? To a point where I have a few things that I'm going through, and I said, look, if I feel like I'm falling down, you send me a QR code, I'm sending you money. And that is keeping me from falling down that rabbit hole again. And I've said the same to them as well right now.
Yeah.
So यो चिजहरूले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ I'm trying to just reset myself because I went through something. It was unnecessary weight gain. Not unnecessary, there was weight gain, there was mental turmoil, there was emotional turmoil, there was public turmoil. But then everything happens for a reason, like you said. See the good in everything, like you said. So त्यो learning मा थियो क्या. थियो होइन छु. And these are the things that I'm working on. Self-reflecting, being accountable for the things that I do and say, and setting examples. Setting examples. That's it.
Talk about it. Start a podcast. God damn it, do it. All right, everybody. Thank you very much for listening. We love you. And we'll see you on Ayushman's on air.